I was going to, but I missed it. I was eating pizza.
Wow. Well done, you. Or do you have to go back to take the profiteroles out in 20 minutes?
Seconds. The banana bread's banana bread's cooking.
We've not got any cooking going on tonight.
Oh, wowzers!
Sorted out, Alex.
Why is she not cooking?
Get cook. No, Alex, do some cooking. Honestly.
Hold on, I've seen the image you sent me before.
So, you arrived at Valaki, but then, so horny are you for Selenka Pass content that you wanted to do your shopping via Discord. So throughout the week, you've bought a fair bit of supplies, which are, if you open up party member of the party, you'll see you now got a section, bag of holding, Solenka supplies, and they're all in there. I know you don't check WhatsApp, Lindsay. I don't know if Alex told you paid for everything.
Oh, great.
Because you had the most platinum by far.
How nice of him to do that for me.
By quite a significant amount, actually. You've been holding out on everyone.
No, I'm just careful with my money.
Then I wondered how Bartandalus had so little, but then I remembered in Jenny's, he was like, I'll buy some of these, buy some of those.
No, I mean, I bought the map. No, I think is I've given everything to the church. That's the problem.
Did I buy some arrows?
You didn't put it in WhatsApp, so no.
Oh, yes. For Christ's sake!
Yes, you could have restocked your. Yes, you could have restocked your arrows.
Thank you.
You're not due any from Ornis now, are you? Any specialty ones?
I think I picked them all up.
Cool.
Nope, she just needed some regular ones because she had a whole 6 regular arrows left.
Wow, she nearly run out in a 2.5-year campaign. That's unheard of.
So, how many are you buying, Cora?
I would like to buy 40, please.
40.
Yes.
How many can you hold in a quiver?
39. She
Oh,
dies.
God.
Technically, the answer is 20.
Oh, is it?
I would like 2 quivers, please.
Yeah, that can absolutely be done. To save going through the bloody minutiae of here's the quiver in bag of hold and here's the quiver on you, we'll just say it's 40.
Thank you.
And if you go below 20, if you go below 21 in a single combat, you'll be unable to shoot. No!
That could well happen.
So you wanted to spend the time to rest as well, didn't you? So you would have stuck around in Valaki for as long as it took you to apply a long rest. So you can all apply a long rest to your character sheet. And yeah, Halvor.
Thank God.
Oh, Halvor feeling stiff, feeling tired, not feeling yourself.
I'm feeling bullied is what I'm feeling.
Feeling weak.
Victimized. It's ridiculous that you've done this to him.
How low can it go? You're going to reach the top of a Selenka Pass, basically like in The Little Mermaid when they get turned into like the seaweed people, just like, yeah, the top.
Does it, when I do a long rest, does it give me my magic charges back? Because I don't think it should it? Because it's not dawn.
Nope.
I don't think it does it automatically, so if it does, I'll resolve it.
Cool.
Just resolve it by not being allowed to use it, because I think you went, was it Rahadin or was it Vorador who you went balls to the wall, all 5 charges on?
I think it was Rahadin.
Actually, I think it was Vorador, because you were kind of like behind some barrels and you used them to auto hit him.
And I said to Alex, shall I use all of them? He's like, yeah, use them all. Only because he was being attacked by him at the time.
We know the dynamic there. We know how it plays out at your kitchen table. You are
Lindsay comes and saves the day.
You're basically his valet. So yes, you have done all your shit, yo, and then you have set off from Valaki
to speak to Laura.
Heading west. No, you have left Valaki. That's why we sorted all this through the week. You are heading off trying to throw RP in there. Honestly.
But we definitely need to speak to her.
You do, but you wanted to skip through shopping to plod on. We're not doing the skipping shopping stuff and then doing all the NPC chat and stuff.
What?
She still can't speak.
Fine.
Throat's
How
still
convenient.
bad. Well, I mean, if you'd said last week, no, we want to go and do the shopping, you'd have been speaking to people, I imagine.
We did say last week that we wanted to go and speak to Laura before we left, though.
Actually, Alex said choice conversations, but then followed up in absolutely no way whatsoever.
I thought we'd say we were going to speak to him before we went into Vallaki. And we paused before we went into Vallaki. I mean, can we speak to them on our way out of Vallaki?
Sure, let's roll it back to Vallaki then.
Well, it's not rolling it back, you just forgot.
Certainly didn't, but gave you all options, and we just talked about shopping. But we absolutely can go back to Vallaki. Let me just load it back up. Don't know why Vallaki always takes so long to load. Why is it taking so long to load? Oh shit, to be fair, it's not even a Vallaki map if you go into their house, isn't it? She's got her own map now. Okay, why the fuck isn't that one loading either? Come on! Do you want to try and preload it for you? That might start pushing it through for me.
Says it's loaded.
If I activate it then, will it push it for me? I don't know why I'm still seeing grey.
We can see it.
Reload application. There we go. But the scale of the map has gone crazy. Don't know what has happened with this, but everyone is behind Yeti's hut. Oh, is that she took you all outside to tree you, didn't she? That's why.
Honestly, can't remember.
I thought
We get treed again?
You got treed to the winery, didn't you?
Oh, what then?
Yeah. I thought the map had scaled differently and it like clipped everybody through, but you all walked outside. That's why only Laura was inside. Oh. Where did Halvor just go? You shouldn't have been able to do that. I wonder how you're able to walk off the map.
Padding.
I've now added walls in. You shouldn't be able to do that again. The lights, dancing lights haven't been updated on this, so light effect might look a bit
Mental.
opaque. Yeah, and mental. So yeah, the vines of the hut part to allow entry. Laura lies on her side on the bed of leaves. Yenny is sat pestle and mortaring away. And because she's haggish. And she looks up and clocks eyes on Halvor, the first one in through the door. I'm also trying to think, sorry, I don't know if you discussed this. What's the deal with the baby? Is it going Selenka?
That's
Yeah,
a good
he
question. What's the deal with Caspen? Because he's dead as fuck.
He came back to life.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
How the
Well, I wouldn't necessarily leave Casp on his own now that dark powers are trying to infiltrate him, so
Yenny.
I don't know whether she'll look after anybody.
She might be a dark power.
Could be.
She is not. She's one of my ladies three.
And what of the baby? This baby.
Baby's in
coming
the
back?
bag of holding.
Yeah.
Baby's in the bag of holding, and I take him out when it's convenient.
Wow.
Well, I know that he survives in
That's
there,
why his
but
child
there's
mind
still
got shut down.
but there's still an element where I still see him as being a baby, so I still kind of like want to, make sure he's okay every so often. I just kind of ignore the fact that it's a pocket dimension where he doesn't need to breathe, and I forget about that. That's fine.
So, greetings, Yenny. Is Laura feeling a bit better now?
She's been waking up a bit more, yeah.
How's her throat?
I think it's going to be scarred forever. It still seems to keep bleeding, even though when I look at it, mostly scabbed. But then it just pours. But it was
Dark magic, no doubt.
Exactly.
Has her voice returned?
A little bit. She can talk for little bursts. But then she tends to sleep it off after that.
Is she asleep right now?
And she just sort of turns to Laura! Laura! And there's like no sort of jolt, but just after like a moment's pause, quite a slow, deliberate, quite a slow sort of one movement sit up. Not like creepy horror film. My spine is gone, and I just, but just a purposeful sit. And just turns and turns from Yenny, just to face you all, and nods at Cora.
I do a little bow. Greetings, Laura. Good to see you again.
We're planning to head to Tsalenga Pass to seek out the Amber Temple. I don't suppose you have any words of wisdom before we go. It's set to be quite the harrowing journey by the looks of it.
She just sort of sits back slightly for a second and seems to ponder. Respect of a mountain. Pay fealty to my children.
Your children?
Oars of the mountain.
I don't suppose either of you have ever seen conditions quite like these. There has been no dawn, and I'm guessing there isn't going to be. I think we, looks at Bartangelus, angered Strahd.
Yenny, as you say in the first part, Yenny shakes her head, agreeing that she's not seen these sorts of conditions before, but Laura nods.
Oh,
Markovia.
And I kind of perk up a little bit at this. When seen Markovia challenge Strahd.
She nods in your direction.
How long did it last? Or was it right up until Markovia was killed?
She nods again. Removing his weakness.
Well, at least we know that it ain't gonna pass anytime soon. It's odd, I still feel connected to Lathander. Even without the sun or the dawn. Still have some of the gifts that he bestowed upon me.
I, however, seem to have lost my charges and never regained them. I suppose you could help me out with that, Laura?
She just cocks an eyebrow at you and then shakes her large antlered head.
It's worth a shot.
Is there anything else we need to know to prepare? How many pitons do we think we need?
Surely we won't be climbing more than 200 meters.
I really just pulled that number out of thin air, but it seems reasonable.
Yeah?
It's not like we're trying to climb Everest. We're just walking down the road for the most part, right?
Have you been to the pass before? Do you know what awaits us?
Other than mountain folk.
Wild conditions. It is a test.
Beware the one that bleats in the dark.
No, not in this campaign.
And the Amber Temple, have you been as far as that?
She spits.
Oh dear.
Rude.
Do I take it it's not a place which you would prefer to go?
That place should never be entered.
Sadly, it looks like if we want to restore the Fanes, we have no choice. It seems that the knowledge to restore them lies within it.
Why do you hate the temple so?
All of Balinock's ruin can be traced back to that temple.
Well, guys, unless you can think of anything pertinent, I think we should get going.
You, if we come across any of the mountain folk, is there anything that we can do in particular to avoid their ire? We do not come as enemies, but we are aware that they may see us as trespassing on their territory.
They will not know Dronningtre. Looking over to Cora.
Well, that's some advantage, I suppose.
And she beckons you over, Cora.
Over.
that moved so smoothly. It was like one giant big Pink Panther step over. I will give you my mark. And they will know you by it.
Thank you, Laura. I stand there expectantly, not really knowing what is going to happen.
Yeah. She
Branded across the face.
She pulls you down to her, and for maybe half a second, you almost feel like she's positioned to go in for a kiss, but she just sort of puts her forehead to yours for a moment, and then just pulls back.
Cora, lips
Nods.
pursed, sighs disappointedly.
So much disappointment.
You don't happen to have, and I'm saying this to Yenny whilst this little interchange is going on, anything in the way of healing salves or anything? A little shot on those.
So
Or
am I
anything
at
else
the
you
moment.
think might help us.
I've been pumping everything into her to get her awake again. All I've got is, and just gestures round to shelves. I'm sure you've remembered you can double click on her.
I just double clicked today. Let's have a check. That's all I forgot.
Oh, we can't go without the staff of bird calls. Oh no, wait! It recovers charges at dawn. Fuck it.
Nothing is of any use in this Barovia anymore.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
I need to make it dark. No, I need to make it dark on this map.
Oh, actually, we've basically bought everything that's not food. So
I'm just looking at the explosive seed. Can't remember what it does.
You'd throw a fistful of cinnamon in Strahd's face. Yeah!
1d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save. Oh yes. DC 10. I reckon that Strahd would definitely fail a DC 10 dexterity save.
Yeah. Once we've killed him. Then we'll just explosive seed him even more his dead body.
Just a funnel up and down his throat.
Yeah. Okay. DM,
Mm-hmm.
can you use multiple explosive seeds at once?
I do not believe so.
I don't mean necessarily in the intention of using them as ammo, but could we kind of pack them and make a charge or something?
I suppose the damage would not be multiplicative, but you could use it for something a bit bigger, I suppose. Oh, they've all gone. Oh no. It doesn't show me who's bought that. It just shows her as
I
telling you.
have.
She's got the figurine of wondrous power.
Is that
Another way I can conjure an animal.
A figurine of extensively discussed and written off as useless last time you were here.
Yeah, I couldn't leave it.
You must spend so much on impulse purchases at the checkout.
That's my life.
But you've bought many fruit and nut bars in Aldi.
Oh, no.
850 gold pieces.
Yeah, I want it. I've got a load of platinum, he said. He said it was good.
The
Had.
clockwork trigger, how much can you wind it for it to go off? Or is it not like a winding clockwork? I don't know what it is.
Let's have a look.
It just says brass contains small amount of blasting powder and a clockwork trigger. Is it basically just a grenade? So once you've pulled the pin out,
detonates on impact. I presume that's just to make it live, so it isn't going off on the shelf or in your bag.
all right, okay. Yeah, I think we've got everything we need.
Don't
Unless
you
those-
brewer's supplies? A chicken? A chicken?
Oh, is it a live one? Did you say?
Yeah, they're live chickens.
Always useful.
Okay. Anything else?
Don't think so.
No. Oh, we didn't check Laura as a vendor. Oh my god!
You liar.
So much holy water.
Should be dead. They're just buying loads of holy marks. I'm just covered in holy marks now. I am one with Laura Stoneheart.
No, I am one with Laura Stoneheart.
I've just bought more of them though. You've got one. I am 10 with Laura Stoneheart.
I will fight you for her. I will win.
She's on my side. 10 times more.
So, as you say your goodbyes, I will presume you have. Oh yeah, Ez isn't on the map, but we know she is. I presume the wagon has been left at the mansion. À la maison.
That was a
Yeah.
decision, I think, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Did you put the alchemist's fire in the bag of holding?
I didn't, but if you want to tell me how much you want to have taken with you, you certainly can.
I feel like
she keeps
Did she
taking
give us
it out.
some?
Yeah, and she keeps taking some out for herself when shit's going down, and it never gets used. So I imagine you probably got about 20 on you as a group.
Oh, I've got 8. I've got 8 on me, which probably should be a bag of holding.
Ez is going to fall
Yeah.
over and just burst into
Yeah,
flames
pretty
one time.
much. There's gonna be like a pothole one day, and then just.
I should probably tell you which of these items should be bag of holding, then, really, shouldn't I?
You can drag them if you're in your infantry. You can drag them.
What? From one party to the next?
From on what? Sorry.
I can drag it from me onto the party inventory?
You should be able to.
Ooh, okay, let's have a look.
I tried that and I do not appear to be able to.
No, I can't. He giveth and he taketh away.
So. Yeah, we can move items around later. I'm not. You've said it. You're not going to trip up and have me go. Haha! No, you explode because it was in my sheet. It is the Svalich Road, on foot, heading west. Remember, you should have access at all times to the campaign map tab if you want to check where you're going. So you've got to cross the river, go past the turn into Berez, past the turn into Argynvost, and then near the second turning to Kazan's Tower, you can in fact go left down a road you have yet to traverse down and navigate. That's what I'm calling the Solenka Road South.
As we get there, I will look to the group. Is there anything else we want to do before we go down here? Anywhere else we want to go?
I think we should go and do a bit of DIY to the house, actually.
Should we go to Ez's Tower?
Yeah.
Ez's Tower.
Maybe Rictavio, Van Richten, has taken up home there. I'd be surprised if he was fool enough to stay in one place for that long, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is it snowing?
Yes.
Always.
All the time. You should see on the map that the snow is drifting down in the night.
So I'm looking on the campaign map.
You are.
I see no such snow.
No, not on that map.
Well then, come on.
I can't wait to see the new sprite tokens you've purchased, DM, for us with our furs on.
Hey, it's actually a bought once and you've got it forever, so I will be updating those.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
It is. I'm a fan.
Reroll.
I was horridly trying to make Caspin before this and was like, fuck it. He's about, I imagine him being at really awkward height where human doesn't match him. There's very little scale for height, but he's like far too big to be like a halfling.
Before we head down this Linker Pass, do you think that we should try and do something to maybe hide our footprints or something?
We've got a long way to go. When it's snowing, I think we already have an advantage in not being tracked, so I'd say conserve any resources that you have.
No, burn them.
I suppose
burn all your slots.
Actually, that's the point. How many torches and stuff? Oh, we don't need torches. We've got lights. Okay. So we've walked this way with my light spell cast because
you got light, and Halvor bought, was it 20 or 40 torches?
Yep.
Okay, he bought a number of torches. Cora has
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we're walking, I'm going to invoke my tireless ability so that I can have some extra HP.
Okay. How long does that last?
It's temp HP, so it'll be until a rest, I guess.
Okay. So, yes. What sort of pace are we travelling at? Who's leading the way? And can you make me a survival check?
It's always me. Someone else want to lead?
I mean, we've
Cora
rolled
says
a
someone else
million
wanna lead,
times.
so Halvor leads the way.
Okay. Halvor, make me a survival check.
Why are these dice so fucking big?
Well, 5.
Not big.
Yeah, they like take up like half of my screen. They're massive.
Oh, easy there, Dragna Carter.
Not here.
Why are you saying? No, I'm seriously. They covered half of the. Literally, they were half of the length of my screen.
No idea, they were normal to me. That's quite funny.
I wonder whether it's because I've got might be because I've got the thingy stretched across 2 screens, so it might do them to scale of what it thinks your window is, maybe.
Oh,
You
yeah,
use-
I'm confident it will be that.
Okay, so even though it's really wide, it's still the same height. So,
you
it's like
probably
fuck me.
you probably have a program really far zoomed in, but to compensate, imagine you zoomed out quite a lot on the scene.
It's just bragging.
Also,
Bragging.
by default, they auto scale, but you can manually scale them.
Well, I'm going to make them moving big because I'm going to drag across 3 screens.
You drag them so big that you can roll dice from a toilet in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Halvor, yes, you make a survival check. Is there anything in particular you're looking to do, or are you just trying to travel expediently down the road?
I would say I would be concentrating most on making sure that we don't lose our way more than anything else. It's hard to navigate in the with the precipitation going on, and I know snow from being Shikari, so yeah, trying to avoid getting lost mostly.
Okay.
As we walk, I would like to be chatting
yeah.
to Barty and say, what do you think that Laura meant when she said about her children on the purse?
I'm presuming she means the druid folk, the mountain druids. All the children of nature. Those of the forest, of the hills, and of the mountain.
Oh yeah, I remember that they're supposed to be friends with her now, aren't they?
So, that's all I can presume, but I don't know. She might take all the creatures of Barovia as her own children.
And
She is part, and I kind of like gesture the antlers on my head. Who knows?
and showing fealty? What do you think she meant by that?
I don't know. Fealty, deference, I guess. Not
To them?
picking fights. I would imagine so.
Not picking fights.
It's hard for you, I know.
I guess we try and treat the mountain and as its people treated with respect. It's a dangerous place up here, but I feel confident with yourself and Halvor. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure there's greater dangers that await us in the temple. And that fucking owl!
Halvor is going to, for now, stow the cloak of protection and instead don the ring of jumping.
Is it an attunement?
Sure, but as we go, it is a achievement.
Okay. You travel for a while, sort of as seeming a bit disheartened to be on foot the whole way and to not have a wagon for once. And you come upon a familiar patch of road. The tree, obviously now pulled aside out of the road. What's your lighting situation? Is Halvor torched up, or are you just going off Barty's light at the moment?
Would you have a light out bartender loose?
Well, I have my light spell cast in general, and I also have Cangelo. Wow! Is that when my light spell's turned on?
Mm-hmm.
God damn. And
I
then,
reckon that'd probably do. I wouldn't burn it. I mean, because they only last like an hour each, and we've got 20. So if we can rely
God,
on
that's-
light where necessary,
That's what, 6 days torches? Gee.
easy.
Huh? Huh?
It's dark 24/7.
So yeah, a road, a frosty patch of road stretches ahead. There's outcrops either side. Still bits of viscera on the floor from the little things.
Query: will we be using will things count if they're like in dim light as being partially obscured?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's nighttime, boys.
The big nights. Okay. Yeah, I have Angelo just wrapped around my neck. He's kind of like my temporary. Yeah, he's my temporary light source for when this light goes out, so that we're not plunged into darkness all of a sudden.
Yeah. What you want to do?
I will
I
go
mean-
down here.
Is that wise? I mean, this is the way, right?
This is an area on the map that Cora hasn't been before.
Exactly. It looks really interesting. There's a path that leads this way.
Is that a path that leads up there, DM?
There is a path that heads up the ramp, and then it just turns into mud and the tree line and starts heading off into the woods. It is not a path. It is a. It was on the battle map path.
No, thank you.
You guys not up for exploring today?
I mean, there's going to be quite a bit of it at the other end of the Salenka Pass, so
Oh, fair enough.
I'm all for exploring.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
really
wait.
want to
I
come
changed my
across any
mind.
babies.
I definitely don't walk over the log. I jump over!
But you weren't attuned yet, so make me an athletics check.
Oh, shit.
With your pitiful athletics. You soundly jump over the log. But you don't, because you pulled out the way, to be fair. So I imagine
He's gone to one side of the road to jump over it, just showing off.
Oh my god, I've just found there's something called a jump calculator for 5e available online.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep that handy.
You increased the weight capacity of the bag of holding, didn't you, dear?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm 400 feet up.
I'm presuming you just increased it to a point where we don't have to bother about tracking anything.
Yeah, unless you decide to do something stupid, like,
Like,
hey, we've killed a mammoth. I want to put all of the mammoth's bones into this bag of holding.
fair. There's an avalanche coming! There's an avalanche! And I just open the bag and just catch all the avalanche.
We'll never get the bones back from the lake.
Right,
Okay.
okay. Gotta say, well worth loading up the map, DM.
Just wanted to make you think something was about to happen.
I'd be disappointed if you distracted us from this fucking Salanka with another fucking encounter. Fuck off, let's get there already.
No, I wanted to find that little place.
What place?
I mean, this is later where Cora's going to convince you to go there, and there's like a bonus level with loads of healing potions.
Yeah,
you just
guys.
hear the oh no, do you know what? It's possible that only Bartandalis would be old enough to hear this. Let me see if I can find it.
And you could send Norris to go and have a scout down there.
Oh, I can't believe there's not an obvious YouTube video of this music. But whenever you're resting in Golden Axe and little imps turn up.
Nicking all your potions. Only in this version, they nick all your magic items, and do the imps have the DM's face on them, grinning?
So, yes, you have crossed the first bridge.
Have we? Fucking hell.
But the first bridge is only across from like the field of Mahamlet next to Vallaki. The next bridge after that, if you're on the path, so that's a bridge you went over quite quickly.
So, sorry, all the fires and stuff, was that just people panicking because there was no sunlight? Was that people reacting? It wasn't a riot or anything?
Yeah, it was bonfire. No, it was tension. That was a couple of big pyres had been built outside town to sort of throw some more light out, and guards were. I wouldn't go as far as saying like martial law, but the guards were definitely getting the situation like under control and keeping people organised. But it was tense.
Well, good job, team, because we passed like a day's worth of deception checks for people going, God, this night's weird, isn't it? I wonder what happened. Don't know. Don't know. Not a clue. Not a clue. Good job, team.
So yeah, a couple more hours walking. Halvor, let me another survival check.
Survival.
You're passing. Well, actually, no.
You come back to the fallen tree again. You got turned around.
You come to the Sir Falls. You realise, with the snow falling, and it still being so dark, you come to a turning on the left. And you feel like it looks like the turn into Argynvostholt, but you feel like you've been walking too long for it to be Argynvostholt. And the rest you see sort of just Halvor surreptitiously glancing around.
All okay, Halvor?
Is he just John Travolta-ing?
We passed Argynvostholt, right? Did we pass the turning? No, wait, we have to have. We've passed because we just turned off by Kazan's tower, right?
I mean,
This is the road we've traveled so many times, and yet it already feels like I'm getting lost.
Do we recognise any of the trees and stuff? Is there any way that we could tell? Can I do a perception check or something?
You can do a perception check.
I mean, there's not that many main turnings off, is there?
There's not.
And what have we passed?
We didn't know if we'd passed any yet, I don't think.
Would we miss it? Is it not like a main junction?
Well, you
What-
mentioned Kazan's tower already, right?
How overgrown would any main junction be in this place but doesn't have much traffic?
Well, it's a road, though, and the wagon travels down it. But I suppose...
The main road, absolutely, yeah. But how often are people heading... I mean, the turn-offs, other than the winery turn-off, have all been described as very sort of overgrown, because how many people are going to Argynvost or the Selenka, or certainly to Kazan's Tower? Kazan's Tower's near enough brambles.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the side thing up to Kazan's. So we're saying we've passed... Have we passed the turn off to Kazan's?
You've definitely passed the first one, because that was just at the end of the bridge.
But the crest turning should be pretty obvious, right? So if we walk as far as the crest turning, it won't be very far for us to turn back to find Selenka, because that's going to have the bridge right by it, so we should be able to see that, right?
I mean, the one that we need is the one right before the winery turn off, isn't it? So if we've hit the winery, we've gone too far.
Yeah, but the wineries, like, if we go to the turning for crest, we've gone too far as well.
We keep going.
But I'm going to keep looking out for turnings towards crest.
You do find, about 5 minutes later, Cora, a turning to the left. And as you kept talking after your perception check and didn't get any feedback from me on it, I would give to you that you can also, as you're sort of stopping and looking at this junction, trying to piece together the right one, you can hear a slightly distant sound of running water coming from the west.
Will that be the winery then?
No.
Of course, what if there's a left turn and then there's running... I mean, the only running water is the river that you go over the bridge towards Kresk.
Oh, I see.
So if we're at a left turn in, that means it's the road going down to Yesterhill and the winery.
As previously discussed, I don't really know my left and right, so I'm going to go with you on that.
So surely we can identify whether this is the winery turn off.
It is the winery turn off.
Right, we've gone too far. Let's head back the other way.
Turning back the other way, and we're going to take the first right turning that we see.
Kazan's Tower? What the fuck? No. You find as you're going back and keeping eyes right, the path, or the entrance to the path to the Selenka is pretty overgrown. You could be forgiven, Halvor, for not even noticing it traveling in from an east to west direction, but when you're going west to east, the trees fall but differently and you see a bit of a drop down. The path itself starts with quite a steep sort of 10, 15 feet, where maybe looking at it from a glance, there used to be sort of wooden steps set into the earth that have just crumbled away over time and now led to a bit of a drop. But you, with this little sharp drop down onto a meandering path that heads south, you find your path, your Selenka Road south. I will move the party's lighting accordingly. Anything you want to do before we turn off?
No.
Okay. Are you keeping the same marching order as you head down on Selenka South?
From Halvor's mistake, I feel like I should take over.
I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm
Survival
keeping the,
check?
yes, please. But I'll change my marching order on my map, but I didn't. Okay, this is quite a bumpy road. It seems to drop. There's definite dips up and down it. It can't make its mind up on if it's a path down or a path up. There's definitely no consistent curvature or ascent or descent it's following. But you can see quite a ways ahead. It's not as overgrown. And after about 15... Let's have a look. Oh, we deleted it.
There you go.
Those are some big boy dice. As you look down the path, you can see that the trees are growing fainter. The snow is heavier here as well. It looks like the canopy is a bit thicker. The path is... You can only really see the path for the gaps in the trees. There is not any sort of travel or wear on the road at all. So in terms of survival, you don't see any tracks whatsoever. The road continues for... Well, you walk for 4-5 hours, and it is just more of the same. It starts to become a gradual incline. But you are just walking down an endlessly consistent path.
I get the feeling that we should leave like a trail of breadcrumbs or something. This is seeming.
Trail of pittance.
Yeah.
I've only got 40. Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, we keep trundling along.
Okay. You reach several quite sharp bends where the path begins to climb a bit more abruptly, and the trees start to sort of fall back a bit, and there's more of a rise on... Oh, someone from my World of Warcraft days has just joined and sent a posture check. Alex, join me in a posture check.
Join.
Thank you, Jan. You start to get not full rocky outcrops, but there starts to be rises off to the sides, almost like a bit canyon. overlooks. Let me show you what it looks like.
Hey, Bardandalus, how about a little light?
I don't know why it's come off.
It's on a
Everything.
per token basis, not per actor.
Thanks for letting me know.
Stay close, both so that I can protect you and so that I can see shit.
Sounds good. What's the light that me mandals? Is it 40 feet if I put him on bright light? Angelo.
I
Can do.
believe.
Sorry, I'm having a look. I'm having a look. An additional 20 feet. Okay, cool.
Your boy Angelo.
My boy. Okay, so we can do 20 then 20. Do you want, do you want to keep all of my, do you want a light source? I can just use Angelo for.
It'd certainly be useful.
And I've got it cast on a coin. So, do you want me to put it on a weapon or anything, so you don't have to worry about it, or?
Well, that's not good. Here, and I'll hold the shield out, Jim.
And I kind of hold my hand up to it, and just let me double check. Okay. Just and I kind of Marios Illumina, and I blast a light across it. Just let me know if you need me to turn it out.
So what? You can't have more than one light spell at once, can you? So are you going off Angelo's and you've cast light on his shield?
Yes.
Okay. We'll just call that light on a torch. If it uses any, just to save faffing around. If it uses any of your torches up, I'll top it back up, however.
Okie doke.
That seems to be a big range. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah, further 20. Okay, cool.
It's the only problem with the range, because it's realistic. On a map, it basically just covers the map half the time. It's ridiculous.
Gotta go to a cartographer that makes bigger maps.
I know.
The big cartographer.
Do you have the option at all to lower the intensity? I'm not sure if that's an option when it's tokens.
Yeah, I think you can.
Because that is a little bit insane. Oh, that's a bit better.
I think it's also because
We were crossed over.
Yeah.
Yes, they are additive.
I can't change my light sources or anything, can I? I can just turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Stay close, everyone.
That
Is that
sounded
actual
like it came,
happening?
yeah, that came from up as well.
Casper's just going to stand by me all the time.
That's what you think. As
It was
he
Casper that
flaps
made the
around-
noise.
Yeah, as he flaps around screeching.
Can we see anything up?
If you want to be more mean, feel free to impose a radius on me whereby my body would block light from the shield.
I may do if we have a break. Yeah, just change the angle. You mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, I do like that actually. 1 second.
What do you think? Shall we? In fact, no, that's a wall. It's hard to see. This snow is getting in my way.
Is that a cliff to the left of us? Going down?
Oh no, a bit wider than that. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. He's giving me the urge now.
It's going to be 180, isn't it?
Yeah.
more or less. Can you also, if you lock token rotation?
No, it shouldn't have been locked.
No, if you lock it, then instead of my face, all of my face spinning around, then just the light will spin around.
Oh, I didn't know that. How do I do that?
It's in the
Token
token, and
rotation.
then
Character.
just a
link
checkbox, I
token,
think.
Image.
Might be in the image tab.
Lock rotation. Ah, is that why every time I put Cora on a map, she's upside down? No, it isn't. How annoying.
Why would she be upside down?
Whenever I add Cora onto a map from the actors menu, she's upside down.
She's Australian.
It's really weird.
I wish.
What a peculiar wish.
That my D&D character was Australian.
So, what did you ask me, Barthandelus?
This cliff here, is that going down or
It's going
it's
up.
going up? Okay.
You are in a bit of a pass, a bit of a gully. It is higher than you on both sides.
And that noise came from the east,
From
yeah?
up.
Up. Where Lucian is. At Caspian.
In the sky.
Oh, up. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Come on, guys, keep close. There's a way through here.
And I say, I don't know what that noise was, but I'd recommend hugging the walls. Try not to keep out in the open.
How will make a perception check? Disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Pourquoi?
Because
It's foggy.
you hear very, very faintly up ahead
A crow.
men, almost like a fleshy tearing noise, and then once again.
If you're playing a sound, I'm not hearing it.
You're not. I'm doing it through my microphone.
Ooh.
Sharpening. Somebody's sharpening. Sharpening knives.
Did the first school not get picked up?
I think you did it while we were kind of like talking. I kind of heard it slightly in the background.
Yeah. I did wonder, like, what? How does Halvor possibly think that sounds like a crow?
Yeah, I think it just timed at the same time as the crow noise coming through.
And it continues. Halvor, the noise.
I mean, I presume our light source is just like...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so everything from around knows we're here.
Mind your step.
So, Eric.
And you see sat up on the ledge a large, mostly treated and stripped wolf on its side. And Sir Eric just sort of knelt next to it. Corpse-like, well, so not corpse-like, his corpse face with a bit of a cloth hood over it. Just sort of looks up and regards you for a moment before returning back down, and seeing him knelt up there from how his arms are moving. Halvor, you recognise immediately that he's obviously doing some sort of work or skinning, filling of this. Why can't I show... I reinstalled show artwork, but I cannot show artwork. Oh, do I need to...
Is it? Enable it.
I need to re-enable it, even though I did it off and on.
Yeah, we forgot to ask Laura how she felt about us killing the rock.
Oh, shit, yeah. Is he the one that wanted the rock dead?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is it only opened it for once?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fraptious day! I wonder what it was with that meant it had to be off and then on. So yeah, he seems to be sort of digging away at it. And rations will be required. I took the liberty.
Required.
For the hunt, or for us?
For you, the rock will require larger bait.
And I turn and look at Caspian.
What a tasty young boy you have there.
Yes, Your Honour. This comment right there.
You boys.
and that one.
You tasty boys.
And Sir Eric sort of bundles up. He picked up a bundle of something, presumably filleted meat that was stacked next to what's left of a wolf, and when you see him just kick it down the ledge, and as it crumples in the undergrowth, you see it's almost entirely sort of gutted and stripped, and just the fur has been left on. And he drops down.
DM, from the previous conversation we had with, it might have been with Argynvost and crew, maybe. Did they say that Laura or the Huntress used to fly around on the rock?
No, we thought.
No mention has ever been made of that. I think that's you bleeding
It's
this
not,
into
no,
the
it's not. I thought that before, because when Frost Maiden came out, I was like, oh, is that the same?
No.
Right, okay.
You have definitely made that comment to each other, but you've never.
Okay.
Yeah, we just saw the rock that time, and we thought
that's an
that
idea.
we thought it was associated with her because it flew down from the mountains or something, wasn't it?
I can't remember. But it became more prominent once the silver dragon had disappeared, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hence these guys wanting to fuck shit up. But the rock, I can't remember whether they said there was whether the rock was involved when Argynvost was killed or not. Or whether it was just the oh no, they just ambushed him, didn't they? Strahd's folk and the mountain druids.
Strahd baited Argynvost out.
Yeah. Okay.
Argynvost didn't realise, if you remember, that that Strahd knew he was a dragon. So
Yeah.
went for shock and awe, but instead went into like perfect ambush.
Bloody Strahd. Right, okay. I've been thinking on this, and I can't imagine a creature as big as the rock helps the balance of nature at all. I imagine it takes and it takes and it takes. It seems like it might be quite an imbalance to the natural way of things. So I don't personally feel like there's going to be any blowback from Laura if we undertake this task to get us at least better acquainted and closer to those that Argynvost hold.
It just doesn't seem right to me, and it would only win us over one man, if you can call him that.
I mean, winning over Argynvost hold, if it can help his return in some way. We brought back his bones. I don't know.
I'm not sure that was ever promised to us that it would help him.
Maybe not, but I think his people have, potentially some power.
All I know is when we were being chased by that dragon thing, the rock helped us. So it seems dishonorable in a way to try and kill it now.
I don't know what goes far as say it was trying to help us. I think it saw its opportunity to get a good filling meal.
Well, see it whichever way you like, but for me, it just seems wrong.
Look at Halva.
I mean, I do worry about the environmental impact.
What's its
Think of
carbon
all
footprint?
the large creatures that could breed unabated if not for fear of becoming a meal for the rock.
Think of the poor rock.
Perhaps there would be 10 times as many lake monsters.
We
But
associate him with the Ladies 3. It seems counterproductive for us to think about killing him. Or her.
Did you just assume that rock's gender?
It is a menace to all the peoples of Barovia. There is no greater or more insidious predator.
does it kill people? I guess we have seen people
Doubtlessly.
in fear.
What did he say?
Doubtlessly. I have known
Well,
men to have been plucked from the sky on their horses.
From the sky?
Sky horses.
the rock was in the sky, not the horses.
Plucked from the sky.
From the sky, it plucked them on their horses.
There we go.
On the ground. From the sky. I'm going back to the grave.
Okay, thanks, bye!
He's going to be lying there as he's coming to rest. His eternal rest, and he just can't. Oh God, why did I say that? I'm so embarrassed.
I have new unfinished business.
I mean,
Kill
put it
all
this way.
those.
Put it this way. We, the warriors of Argynvost are honorable men. I doubt they would do anything that would be, against this place or the land. Plus, this is like medieval times. Who gives a shit about the environment?
I care about the Ladies 3. And I really don't want any part of this.
Is this going to be an issue?
I mean, it is. We're just trying to work through some things.
Very well. Shall we continue whilst you debate the best course of action for us to do this?
Do we need to do this right now? We're kind of busy.
Indeed, we're planning to visit the Amber Temple at the end of the Tselenka Pass.
Why don't you come with us and we can debate it on the way? And hey, if you help us out, all the better.
That is not what was agreed. And besides, the nest will be on the way to the temple.
I'm not sure anything was technically agreed.
Lawyer over here.
All that it was said was what he wanted. We didn't agree to do it.
Well, no, that's kind of what we're at now, whether we do it or not.
Yep.
But I think he's saying he's not going to follow us to the temple, and then we'll see whether we do it. So I think that's the agreement bit.
Well, okay.
Seems like perhaps we need to talk about it more. Maybe it's something we should discuss on our way back from the temple.
Sounds good to me.
I can make a start on preparations as we ascend anyway.
Your voice has changed.
Oh yes, I turned it off. I can make preparations as we ascend anyway.
You said we'd need a bigger bait. Do you have any ideas of what to use?
One or two.
What about baby?
Some of the mountain beasts may be appropriate if we can capture one of the snow apes Or perhaps one of the
The
larger
what?
goats.
Amazing.
What's an ape?
A great shaggy beast that breeds upon the mountain.
Well, perhaps something for the return journey then. You make the preparations you need to make, and I guess we'll reconvene one way or the other as we come back from where we're heading.
No sound comes from Sir Eric as he has no lungs, but you see an unmistakable silent sigh.
Oh, do you know what? Actually, unfortunate. I'm going to send I'm going to use um, I'm going to use a sending spell and speak because I have it prepared. It's one of the few cleric spells that I still have access to, and I will send a message to Laura Stoneheart.
Yay! Good plan.
And we have been tasked to hunt the rock.
Is that okay?
It is considered a plague. Do you consent to our hunting it? Bang on 20.
I mean, she's the huntress. This is
Well, yeah.
the biggest hunting.
Maybe
Yeah.
she uses it for hunting.
She appears. Come on, let's do this. You still got your voice thing on. Does she respond?
It is a great predator.
Is that
It
it?
has always been loyal. If it is meant to be, it is meant to be. I'm also aware, actually, she probably wouldn't have had your throat wouldn't have been slit psychically.
It's black magic.
It's a great predator.
It's
It's
always
always
been
been.
loyal. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
And I will. And I say, yeah, she said it's fine. I will reiterate her words.
What does she mean? It's always been loyal. Loyal to her.
Hey, it's Bartanulus again.
But well, I mean, I can ask her, but
I mean, it implies that if one day we're able to team up with her to maybe defeat Strahd or something, maybe she could use the rock in that kind of capacity. It sounds like she can almost command it.
potentially.
I still think killing it's not the best idea.
I will maybe not ask her again right now. I don't want to tap myself out. That's a third level spell that I have to burn.
Okay.
So maybe after some rest at some point, maybe tomorrow, we can confirm exactly what she means about
what
being
is
loyal.
tomorrow?
Yeah, well, this is it. Unless y'all want me to find out now. Just saying, if we're not in any major rush.
I think if she said, "Oh, what was that?"
The rock!
She said, "If it'll be, it'll be. If this is its destiny, then so be it. We'll proceed, and whatever happens, happens. If not, we'll probably die anyway." Plus, that sounded like creepy aberrations, so keep your eyes open and stay near me.
I feel like you've just been very vague. again
Not
there.
inside me, just near me.
I never consented to this.
She's just riding on Harbor's back. I actually don't have the spare carrying capacity anymore.
What, for me? Have we heard the rock before? Does it sound like a rock kind of noise?
You have not heard the rock before.
Have we not?
No.
We saw it take a pack horse. It
you
flew
did.
overhead.
Yeah. We haven't heard it.
Right.
Well, you've heard.
Silent.
Sorry, you've heard the. Sorry, I presume you meant like a cry. You've definitely heard the beating of its wings.
Okay.
You hear no such wing beats now. Cora, make me a nature check with advantage.
Ooh, so naturey.
You do see a form flitter by in like the grey scale against the sky of your dark vision. Although you're not able to properly see anything, you recognise the cry as being extremely similar to one of the giant owls that you summoned.
Interesting.
It might well be the same giant owls that you summoned.
Was it around you?
I mean, we're traveling past Perez, so it's not necessarily that far off.
And they might need to rest. They might need
Plus,
to
they
rest
fly as the
somewhere.
crow flies, so they
Was
can
it
move
owls
around quickly.
flies?
Yes. We might have to fight 16 giant owls.
And the dolphin.
I mean, they're not pack animals, are they? They'd only be one at a time. Be fine.
The rock dropping weaponized dolphins out.
Maybe I should be more careful with my use of conjure animals in the future. Summon some hedgehogs or something a little bit less aggressive. Although owls aren't aggressive to people normally.
I don't think you really appreciated their potential for aggression until you realised the size of them each, and that I think they were something you could summon 8 of, weren't they?
Yeah. And they don't get attacks of opportunity because they're owls. Yes.
Which is not good when they start swooping at me.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I hadn't
Halvor. Funny you should say that. Because it'd be funny if that happened. So what we all do? I'd say that it starts to become steadily steeper now. You've had the kind of, the country walk before the proper day's hill walk. In this kind of little pass here, you reach a point where looking ahead you can see, oh, okay, we're starting to get to a real sort of ascent. Hell. Why? What's wrong?
Nothing, I just wanted to play with the drawing tools.
Idiot. Slap him, Botandalus.
No.
Slap him, Sir Eric. No.
I wonder how many owls it would take to kill a rock.
I'm just thinking like when all the bees crowd over a wasp and overheat it. Okay. Continuing ahead. Do you want to inject Sir Eric into your marching order in any particular way, or are you just going to continue as you are and let him flit around fitting in where he wants to?
So, Eric, do you know this path?
I have not.
Yeah, this is where the rock lives.
Walked it in. I have not walked it in many a year, but it is straightforward enough until we reach the outpost.
Very well. You can stay up front with me. Cora, bring up the rear.
You weirdo.
Okay, Halvor, make me another survival check with advantage with Sir Eric's.
I'm going to. Okay.
Oh no! Bartandler speaks.
I was going to say I'm going to give him guidance.
Roll a d4.
It is, yeah, D4.
You're casting guidance, are you?
Yes.
Concentration.
Oh,
What about
no. It was
life? Isn't
it
guidance
was one of the spells I had a sound effect for, but then it all got wiped, and I haven't got. I only got guiding bolt now. In terms of, tell you what, I have got for you though.
Oh, nice. Can't wait to use it. Not used it for a long time.
What is that?
I create image where it takes the picture.
Oh.
Yeah. So, guidance is cast. Did you do a D4? Did you? Sorry.
He did.
Okay. Yeah, with Sir Eric's assistance, you managed to avoid a couple of sort of patches where, because it's been so infrequently walked, you can see from the plant life that hangs down off the sides. There's obviously parts that quite often become slick with rainwater here, and as it's got colder and colder, it's just made horrendously smooth, undisturbed, icy patches. And as the path gets steeper, these reach a couple of places where it's quite treacherous drops. You do also, you're not entirely sure, Halvor, because of how the snow's come over it, but where there's a bit of a puddle that's frozen over a few times next to some soil, you think you maybe can make out a single boot print?
Huh. I keep my eye out in case I can spot any more as we keep going, but don't worry too much about it.
Okay. You press on for about another 2 hours. Tiredness is starting to present itself, but it's difficult. You're not sure if it's just because of a day's work, a day's steady walking in a sense, or if it is a passage of time. It is tricky not having the sun to rely on.
Well, I was going to say this, DM. As I know how long my light spell casts, can we mark the number of hours by how many times it goes out?
Yes, that is good.
That's very clever, Barty.
I just thought of it, and I feel clever. Thank you.
I was going to say, no, you weren't. You just thought of it by your own admission. Yeah, so since you set off, it has been about 12 hours since you left Valaki.
Okay, wow. It's a good day's journey.
And it is noticeably, I would say, colder than how you've felt so far. Yeah, any of your time in Barovia, really. Except maybe in the Martikov's basement. That was extremely cold.
Wow.
So you find yourself on more of the same. This time, as you're walking, you can see there are slight drops down to your right, and a path stretches ahead, and a path also extends up to your left.
What say you, Sorek? Doesn't look like that path goes anywhere, but do we keep going straight generally?
It is. Oh no! It is. Oh, nearly. Oh.
You almost got me.
He points in this direction.
Which direction is
That
that?
is the one I pinged. That is
Didn't see it.
the way up. To the left is merely a place for foraging, a place for camping.
Foraging, you say? What sort of things can we forage down there?
Well, I mean, we're about 12 light spells in, so it wouldn't be a bad thing to make camp here if there's a camping spot.
Do a bit of a forage.
I mean, we must stay together, but we can do a little bit of foraging if we can.
When we
I bel-
ranged up a Selenka in the summer, rabbits bred here, and there were bountiful fruit trees, but it is winter now.
Are you quite good at foraging, Cora?
Probably, yeah. That sounds a very Cora-like thing to be good at.
Maybe you can think about it and let us know if you're good at foraging. But yes, I think we should make camp. Because
And
apparently we have a perfect clock in the form of light spells.
boom. And while I'm kind of staying close to Halva. I'm going to send Angelo up to have a little kind of like circle around.
Yeah, okay. You can see his dim light circle around you.
No, he's on bright light. I've got that
Oh,
boy
is he?
illuminated. Yeah.
Yeah, you see it cast down. Through the snow, as you get up to an open area that is moderately snowed over and is a bit of a clearing, you see the unmistakable remains of a campfire in the middle of this clearing.
One that doesn't look entirely snowed over.
It does not. It definitely is quite snowed over, but just Cora's like right in it.
I want to go and see whether or not it still feels warm.
It is not remotely warm. There is no melt off from the snow around it. Just
Can we see any footprints around it?
make me a survival check.
I shall.
Tell me what sort of looking around you're doing, Cora.
I am being very careful not to trample anything that's already there, and I'm kind of staying a little step back from the fire, anticipating that people would have been close by. But I'm looking for any sort of melted areas or changes to the light, the way that the light from Halvor's sword. Have you still got your shield light on? Yeah. So the light from Halvor's shield is sort of catching the ground and seeing whether or not I can detect any footprints of either man or beast.
No man or beast footprints, but there are robot footprints.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun. You don't feel like you see anything at first, but then the more you're looking, the more begins to jump out at you. You notice quite a few things, Cora, with that roll.
Ooh.
There are numerous snapped stems, twigs, plants nearby from the growth around. Some of it seems to have sort of sapped over, and you find a couple of these breaks on these plants. New shoots have come off next to the breaks, and where the plants tried to sort of just recover and grow anew. With what you've seen of this in the wild on your ranger, you would suspect that these errant twigs and branches that have been snapped on live plants were probably snapped several weeks ago. As you're walking around looking for tracks, I'll come back to the tracks that you find in a minute, actually. But whilst looking around for tracks, you find several items partially concealed in the snow. You find an empty wineskin,
Cool.
some discarded eggshells.
Of a normal size, like chicken kind of egg?
It would seem so, yeah. Yeah, same sort of colour and size. All sort of cracked near enough in half. And some it almost looks like a bit of an unusual plant at first, but sort of been covered by the snow. And as you sort of nudge it with your foot, you realise it isn't. A pile of quite large, like wood shavings that have been left in a little pile, and the snow has obviously settled on them and dampened them. Back to the prints. Looking around at how there are no noticeable prints, but you sort of notice that there are pretty much indents where obviously snow has settled slightly differently in hollows that have been made in the mud by boot prints before the snows began to fall. Looking around, in the camp itself is a bit of a mess, but you see, eventually, whereas you've ascended up here, you see, heading away from the camp, down there, 6 separate sets of boot prints.
And they're clear boot prints rather than where snow has settled.
They are they are in snow has settled over them, but with your excellent survival skills, you're able to pretty much identify where snow has settled into the recesses made into the mud by these, and the snow hasn't landed in quite the same way.
Looks like people made this place a home for a while.
I would also give you with that roll as well that they look to be, for the most part, well-tailored boots, and one of them has stood in a piece of mud that has dried in such a way that you almost feel like you can make out a sort of insignia.
Do we recognise this insignia?
It's going to be the tailor from Wallachia, surely. Presumably this is the camp. I presume this is the camp from those that came before us. We overheard that they'd made winter clothing for another group.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I guess now we have a good idea that they set off pretty much as soon as they got their equipment sorted.
Yeah, it looks like it's been a good few weeks since they've been here. Also, I can only see the tracks leading away, which suggests if they did come back this way, they didn't stop here. Also, maybe they left in a hurry, because they seem to have left a big pile of what appears to be like kindling.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Certainly weren't careful about clearing up after themselves and concealing their tracks, that's for sure.
Oof. Does that come from above again?
Yeah.
Is that what the owl sounded like?
It was either that or I turned the volume up in my bar now. Hoo-hoo!
Are these stone placement things not here? Are they just like supposed to be normal rocks? Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's a mini dark portal.
I will kind of like just cast a gesture with my hand and cast prestidigitation, and I will light the campfire.
Well, I guess we better start setting up tents, huh?
I'm not sure that sleeping out in the open, not undercover, is a good idea with these big birds all flying around. Especially not with little Caspin around.
Little Casper.
Yes.
Little Cas, he's probably about the same height as me. I'm only 5'2".
Did we get enough tents to include Caspin? I sure hope we did.
You did.
He'll stay with Cora. I am going to, now that this is lit, I'm going to dim Angelo's light, and I'm going to send him up into the sky. He has dark vision, so I'm going to let him kind of have a little fly around, see if he can see what is up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking to. I'm not going to go dropping tent assets and everything, but yeah, you are able to set a camp up. All the tents are 2-mans. Who's bunking with who?
I'll go with Casper.
I'll go with Ez.
I decline to go with Sir Eric.
I'm pretty sure he'll just stand outside on guard anyway, so
Yeah.
you get one on your own.
I am the largest of the friends.
I don't know. You've only got a strength of 12. It's like quite small, really. That, isn't it?
Yeah. You're not all that really.
As big as if weak.
Wow. I take this time around our campfire. Where's our crackling campfire ambience, DM?
It's there. Move.
Oh, is it?
If you move a
I
token, it'll
need
start.
to turn it up.
He means the volume, not the.
I'll turn my ambient up. Oh, there you go. But Andalus, I know that I've said and more often than not avoided talking about the voice that was speaking to me, but I said when we were in Krezg that it visited me and offered to grant me the ability to serve Helm and grant me strength. And I have to say, although a few days ago in the winery I was feeling abandoned and weaker than ever, today I feel weaker still. I feel almost as if I have been forsaken and cursed by these beings. It's almost as if I'm weaker now than when we started the campaign.
I mean, I can't speak for it. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know what deals you might have made. But I guess no gift comes without a penalty with these dark powers. And I'm kind of like saying it, and I look over it, like cast a glance to Caspian.
At the camera. Oh.
What are you thinking? Surely you're not thinking about opening yourself up to it again.
I mean, the voice basically told me to leave it be and to. I don't know, it didn't sound like it was necessarily done with me, but that I was to not speak to it again. I mean, I can't say that it's not tempting to try and prove myself once more to regain my strength, but I'm feeling like it is better to try and prove my worth to Argynvost. After all, having granted me this artifact, I feel a kinship with them now more than ever.
Then I guess try not to dwell too much on what was, and just move forward as is. Take what you still got, which is more than most.
I worry that I'll be a liability in a battle.
We'll keep an eye on you. You keep an eye on us enough. We'll all look out for each other.
I'll do my best. Hey, it's your boy, Sir Eric. How's Argynvost as a lord and master, eh?
Is this some manner of jest? For you know he was slain.
But do you still serve and speak to him?
We speak not to him, but we continue in his name, with his ideals.
Huh. Very noble of you.
I think you've forgotten that they couldn't see or hear him.
I had forgotten that, yes.
That's okay.
Interesting. He appeared to us and not to the skeletons. That's some mad shit, yo. Okay, well, we better get some rest. Because who the fuck knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Are we going to keep watch or are we just going to try and get some sleep?
Well, Sir Eric can keep watch for us all, I imagine.
That's a good point. Let's douse the fire and go to sleep.
And before you do, I'm going to cast a light spell. Just pick up a pebble and cast it. And I'm going to walk down to the bottom of this path area, I think. And I'm going to take out a long piece of silver string, silver wire, and a bell. And I'm going to spend 10 minutes casting the alarm ritual, which I've not needed to do for a long time.
You haven't.
Just so
where,
you
where are you
know.
doing, Matt? Ping which side you're doing it.
Actually, let me see what the range is. I don't think the range is massive on it, is it?
Actually, it's a ritual, so it doesn't matter. But, however, also, the hand axe of warning, anyone within 30 feet of me cannot be surprised because the
wake you
axe
up,
will
though.
wake us up.
Yeah.
It will.
As Sir Eric draws his blade of betrayal.
Okay, I can only do a 20-foot cube, so I'm going to do it at the bottom of this path that we just walked up.
Okay. So that one.
Yeah. But, I mean, I can't see where you're pointing. It doesn't ping on the
Oh
map.
yeah, of
from...
course. It does, but it's in the dark outside of your vision.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
I shall rouse you if anything of concern occurs.
Arouse, yeah. Did Angelo see anything?
He did not. He just saw more of the same, continuing
Okay.
uphill.
I'm presuming...
He sends you a couple of flashes of it.
Okay. I'm presuming, as with being unconscious, once I'm asleep, Angelo bamps out. So.
He does.
Okay.
Will
Then,
you
yeah, then
bamf or will you put him back in? Will you allow him to crawl back into the book before you go unconscious?
I will bamf him. Well, whilst he's up in the air, he just disappears.
Oh, that was a much bigger noise than I thought. That was him being bamfed.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
that sounds good. Okay, then kind of like settling down into the tent, I will kind of turn to Casper and say, apologize for how I was with you yesterday. It was more panic than anything. I know we've not spoke much since then, but you know I'm trying to look out for you, right? It's the whole reason I'm here.
Make a persuasion check. Private GM persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Private GM roll.
He will be able to see that. Blind is the one
Oh,
where
will
he
he?
can't see it.
Sorry, blind.
Blind GM roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
He slowly gives a nod and I accept your apology. It was an unpleasant experience all around, not one I wish to repeat. We will, if we make it home unscathed, in one piece, that part of this tale I shall refrain from sharing with my father. And he gives a sheepish smile at you.
I return the rare bartendless smile.
It's like when Wednesday smiles on Tommy Values. What are you doing? You're scaring me!
And I'll say, well, that seems fair.
I want to sleep in a tent with a skeleton.
I saw when that creature was on you. You almost, for a moment there, use some divine magic. Have you used it before?
Never. I thought it was your doing, be told. But it seemed to be to no avail. Nothing happened. Just a spark, I suppose.
It takes time. It takes a lot of faith. But you got something, and providing your worship is going to the right deity, then I think it's something you should continue to pursue. I was going to try and teach you magic, but maybe your inclinations lie elsewhere.
He gives a slight shrug of it seems not to be of disinterest, but of just not knowing what to say.
And I will take out the symbol of Lathander that he'd thrown back at me, and I will kind of hand it back over. Say, this is yours if you want it. This isn't something that you throw back at me. This isn't mine anymore.
He will take it and just puts it down next to his bedroll, and then just lies on his back looking up at the tent roof.
And I will kind of like do the same, just lying down, looking up, and just say, "You're your own man. You're gonna make your own decisions. I'm just trying to guide you as best I can, so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. I know that sometimes people might seem like your friends, seem like they want to help, but you always got to question what their real motives are." And I laugh and go, for a time, I'd have said the same thing about myself.
How will we know it is morning?
I don't know. I guess we just start moving when the first of us wakes up.
Very well. Good night.
No. And I leave it at that, and I try to get some sleep.
Okay.
Abandoned. Weak. Or maybe this is the test, Yokelson.
Oh. I've been doing my best. Was that a thunderclap of exiting?
Is this all happening now? And do we hear it, or is this like as people are nodding off?
Yeah, you've well. I did a couple of thunders before.
Yeah, we heard them before. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a steady. There's been no rain, but there has been several peals of distant thunder.
Okay.
Doing your best, you say?
Do you not think that I fought valiantly at the winery?
For a time, I did. But you place too much importance on strength alone. Show me valor without it. And bountiful strength will be your reward.
I mean, that sounds fair to me. I think you're right. Perhaps I do put too much emphasis on strength alone.
You grow closer to me. You will be given an opportunity to reap the full benefit of my power. The full extent to be a champion of Zinhala.
Will I know the task when I see it?
You will stand before me, and you will know. Prove yourself.
I guess I'll do my best.
The thunder grows more distant. Cora, anything you're wanting to do before sleepy times?
No, I'm keeping my eyes on the skies and making sure that I'm sort of not noticing those owls sort of circling or seeming like they're coming back. I assume it was just sort of like an incidental thing that they happened to fly over us. If we don't see anything in particular, I will station Norris to sort of be doing.
Once you're
loops.
asleep, he'll go.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot that. Oh well, I won't do that then. Yeah, no. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna have a long rest now. I will do a spell I don't think I've used before. Locate animal.
Oh. Locate animal.
For some reason, my character sheet's not coming up.
Press C.
She is hammering C like
Oh.
no tomorrow.
What are
Try
you...
double-clicking your character. Oh, that did it. She's got it now.
Yes, I'm going to locate animal or plant, but I'm obviously using an animal. I'm going to see. I'm going to go for the rock. I'm going to see whether or not the rock is within a 5-mile radius of us and whereabouts it is. It'll give me an idea of direction and distance.
You are unable to detect the rock.
Is that because it's not a beast?
It is a monstrously large creature, isn't it?
But is it some weird undead or magical creature
No,
that is therefore not a beast?
there is there's a category of creatures called monstrosities, which are just obviously no bird could actually be that big. So things like that tend to not be classified as beasts. So yeah, the rock is not a mundane beast.
So therefore, it doesn't matter that I've cast that on it. I've just wasted a spell.
Well, I only let you away. If you had gone to do it in the daytime, I'd have probably prompted a roll first. But given you're about to replenish that slot anyway.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. Never mind. Okay.
I mean, but Cora might not. Cora clearly doesn't know that. So as far as Cora's concerned, it's not within 5 miles. It could be right behind you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe tomorrow you should locate giant owl or locate mountain ape.
What's the point in locating giant owl? We know it keeps flying over us.
You get an idea of direction and distance.
Well, it was flying over us, so I could see it.
Okay, well maybe giant apes.
Flying
We
above
don't know if they're near us.
Well, we
so-
fucking hope they're not.
Well, they don't know where we are, so leave it alone.
They could be creeping up behind us for all we know.
No.
In your window.
If I'd known it wasn't a beast, maybe
I'm
we could
saying
have
we
had
could
this
do it
conversation.
tomorrow. You get the spell every day.
Well, I used something new and exciting, and I liked it, so everyone shushed out.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, well done, Barty. Suck up.
Fuck you. That was your one. That was your one. That was the one time I don't jump on the bandwagon hate.
Well, at least you admit that it is pretty unusual for you to not do that.
I hate you all equally.
He's already given me enough hate for apparent paedophilia again today.
Turn each other to shame.
I attack Cora.
This is the challenge I've been waiting for.
I've just noticed that both Sir Eric and Caspian have a nice red border of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
red
God, I wouldn't put. For me, my thought process is, I've given you borders of your player colours. Everybody else, I just choose that border for on the token website, unless there's someone who already has a POG token from the official Curse of Strahd folder.
Oh no,
So it is
actually thinking of
purely down to
the foundry ones that say whether they're.
Oh,
I was thinking of the foundry ones where if you hover over them, they go like red or green or whatever.
oh yeah, Caspian's token disposition is hostile. Is Ez not the same? I know Ez is blue.
Ez is blue.
Ah, and
Yeah,
now
both
he
blue.
should be blue. Oh, I have to do this again on the
He
next
is.
map. Just realised I've changed it on the token, not on the actor. Okay, they should all be the same now. Just in time.
Marvelous.
No.
That,
Oh, go on.
I was going to say that can be relevant if you use something with a template that doesn't target enemies or allies or something. So
Put it in the Foundry channel and I will fix it.
I will.
On an actor level. Everyone make me a...
Wait. I want to use sending again. If we're going to sleep, I'm going to use sending to Laura again.
Okay.
Just want to know. You said the Rock was loyal. Is it your ally? Or something else? That'll do.
The Rock is one of my children.
What?
Okay.
Children of the Forest.
I told you we shouldn't kill it.
Well, this is why we're on the fence about it. This is what the clarification was about. And now we know.
I didn't
Okay.
get the feeling anyone was on the fence about it, except me not wanting to, and you guys all were like, yeah, let's just kill it.
Well, no, that's why we were saying. Otherwise, we'd have been like, well, we're going to kill it, but Cora's not.
You stay here, Cora, we're off to kill it.
Yeah. Okay. I know that now. I will relay that information in the morning.
Everyone make me a Constitution ability roll. Oh, so fucking annoying. Bartandalis and Halvor, you both wake up at the same time.
Okay.
Each of you wakes up and hears a slight bit of stirring from another tent. And obviously there's no gauge of a passage of time. The light spell that's snuffed out. Oh, come on, Halvor.
Yeah, Halvor pokes his head out the end of the tent, and at exactly the same time he sees Bartandalis' head poking out the end of the tent. And he just nods.
Why'd you wake up?
I think it's time. We should use some rations and then get moving.
It's still night time. Go back to sleep.
Do I feel well rested?
You all feel rested. You all feel cold as well. It has been a night of heavy snowfall. Be sure to apply a long rest to yourselves and to each use one of your rations.
I mean, they're in the thingy. I don't have any out, so are we flagging them? How are we doing it? Can we edit what's in the
You should be able to. You all have owner of it.
Okay.
So Eric just sort of stands up and you see a not insignificant amount of snow just fall off his shoulders and his neck as he stands and turns. It's very likely he is sat entirely immobile from when you left him.
Don't have permission to use the item.
That's stupid. I'll fix it. I'll eliminate a day's rations off. Although, does that mean that Halvor and Cora, have you eaten from your own stock?
I have.
Okay.
Yep. As barbarians and rangers, we happen to have some in our inventory anyway.
The cleric just has
Not
a
like
baby.
these stupid wizards. Oh my god.
Do you want to use 3 DM?
Oh, what? Use another 3 from the bag.
From the bag.
Character, the party, items, edit items. It is done. So, you wake up.
What?
You ration. Are you packing up camp?
Yes.
Yep.
Can I just say we've actually got 5 tents? We all just shared for the night.
Warmth.
Yep. It's a small area. There wasn't a lot of places to camp.
You said you wanted backups, so I presumed that some were being kept in a glass box in case stuff happened to other ones. In case like you have to run.
Fair enough. But why did we all share one bedroll?
Cora,
Yes.
your head hurts.
I think I've got a bad constitution, probably.
Well,
As you're sort of getting ready. I suppose you'd be sleeping in your winter clothes. You've been wearing the same clothes for a while, aren't you? You're not going to be stripping out of that when the temperature plummets. As you're just sort of going around and sorting, you've got a slight sort of headache, and as you're packing up at some point, you...
Oh, no. I just wanted to say, I don't want us to pack up. I'm going to cast Unseen Servant as a ritual while we're all kind of sorting food out, and the Unseen Servant is going to pack the camp up for us.
Okay. Well, as you're rolling your bedroll or getting dressed or pulling your boots on or something, Cora, you go to sort of brush your hair out your face, and you feel that the source of your pain seems to be 2 welts. 2 welts that are just at the front of your hairline, kind of several inches above each of your eyes. We feel like you're coming in with a pair of stonking zits.
I'm suddenly regretting buying 10 of them. I've got 20 horns coming out of my head. Oh wow!
Do they feel? Like,
You're gonna be like Laura Stoneheart with antlers.
Yeah, she give you the mark. That's what I was saying. I bought 10 of them. I bought 10 of her blessings. I've got 20
yeah.
of them.
Screw you with your 20 antlers. What are you gonna do with all them?
Just keep cutting them off.
Dark
Sell them.
Handless, your fingers and toes. Should have bought 21. Yeah, you just
I hope
have,
they don't get as big as hers.
you just have a couple of pair of painful welts. There's no the pain has no mechanical effect. Just bit of a stinger.
Burb. Dog wants to go out.
Okay. So, what are we want to do? The Unseen Servant packs up the camp.
Probably. Are we eating some food?
Yes, you ate
We
rations.
we
talked
ordered
about
rations,
it.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was expecting like a fry up on the fire. That's not great. Well, I guess
if you restart the fire, you can do a fry up.
probably not. Oh no. Can we hear anything like large bird wise at the moment?
Other than the one I just played, no.
Was that real? I didn't know
Yeah.
if that was just because I started a fire.
Yeah, no, that's just the same sort of bird sound ahead. You can hear the crows all the time.
So, but I can't see anything swooping over this time.
No.
Okay. Well, I suppose we hit the road then, hey? There's no point hanging around here. Oh, we're going to do some foraging?
I think we've got enough rations to be getting on with, so I think we should make progress along the path if we can.
In that case, we make progress along the path if we can.
Okay. Same marching order?
You at the front still, Halvor?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be
Halvor,
at the back.
make me a survival check.
And am I assisted by Sir Eric?
You are.
Back.
Welcome.
We're walking down the Selenka Pass.
Sounds good to me.
As you continue ascending, it quickly becomes apparent that what little vegetation there was is thinning out. You're seeing more protruding patches of stone where it's vertical enough and steep enough that snow hasn't managed to cling to it properly, and you're noticing fewer and fewer trees. After 3 light spells, the difficulty is sleep. You lose track of. You only know how many hours you've been awake for. You're losing your actual day cycle. After 3 light spells, you start to come to what is just sheer rock, and you begin you see a bit of a switchback pass coming up. What is the situation with the distribution of light spells, Angelo, Norris, and Cora's position in the party?
Cora is at the back, and obviously she doesn't need a light spell, so she's not got any light with her. But Norris is doing like his usual. I'm doing a circle, and if I see anything, I'm going to screech.
I think until said otherwise, I guess the typical marching order will be Cora back with Norris out, me in the middle with Caspin and Ez and Angelo, and then Halvar up front with me casting light on his shield every time it runs out.
I would say Ez and Cora at the back, then the 2 clerics in the middle, and then me and
Those
Skeleton.
are the 2 weakest then.
2 clerics? He's a cleric now. He's been
anointed.
I know.
I did consider saying pathetic weaklings, but
I mean-
it says Mr. 12 strength.
Yeah, you do still have that flaw. There's just fewer and fewer people you can apply it to. So, what did you say that Norris and Angelo are doing, sorry?
Angelo's kind of like sticking near me so that me, Ez, and Caspin, depending on how far ahead Halvor ranges sometimes. I don't imagine it's that far, but I don't want to walk in the dark. So, just that extra light. If I hear anything, then I'll shoot him up. But have we got like a misty, snowy mist kind of around?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. I mean, is it like completely blinding around us, or is it just like settling on the floor type mist?
It's settling, yeah. It's settling around, yeah. It's not like Strahd appearing mist.
Sure. So the darkness is the restriction on vision, and
Yeah.
the snow. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then I'll keep Angelo with me. If we hear or see anything, then obviously I'll send him off to investigate.
Okay. As you are beginning this switch back, looking a ways up, Cora, you see that you are being watched from higher up the pass.
By a human type thing?
Make me a perception check.
Who knows?
Doesn't look humanoid. Looks... Well, you can't work out the features of its face, but you can see that it has wings. And it is of a similar size to one of yourselves, and just seems to be perched, staring down at you from higher up the ledge, higher up the pass.
Something's taken a great deal of interest to us, guys. There's some great bird up there.
I take a look. Can I get a close look on it? Can I see where she's pointing?
How are you looking? Are you sending Angelo?
I'll send Angelo up there actually.
Yeah. So as Angelo flies up, are you making him crank it to full, or are you just trying to have him sneakily go over and like illuminate, or is he flooded?
He's got dark vision anyway, so he's gonna
Oh
get
yeah, of
into
course.
into the close enough.
You see a number of statues that are built into the pass, staring down. The pass seems to stretch of switchback pass seems to extend vertically about 100 foot up. It obviously backs and forths on itself, and throughout this path there are a number of draconic statues. All make me a nature check, please, Bartandalus.
Oh, I like them.
They are nice dice, aren't they? Yeah, they are all of a similar type build of dragon, but seems to have like a webbed frill extending from the head, running down the spine, and they're all kind of just sat in a quite regal manner with their heads and faces pointing firmly down the path, down the hill.
Are they? But they're statues. They're not moving.
They're statues, yeah.
Then I will leave Angelo up there, and kind of like our group will kind of pull a little bit closer to Halvor now that we've been left in dim light. I'll say, it looks like there's what appears to be a string of statues, draconic, up there, but can I roll to see if I am aware of certain creatures?
Yes.
Basically, I want to see whether I think they're gargoyles.
Oh.
Whether I know whether gargoyles exist or not.
Haven't you already fought a gargoyle on this? Am I thinking of something else?
No.
Don't believe so.
Oh yeah, sure, roll.
What would it be? Are they Arcana monsters?
Yeah. Yes, you are aware of the existence of gargoyles. These gargoyles typically tend to be larger, quite grotesque bipedal, sort of almost like hunched over ape-like things. These are clearly just draconic statues.
Sure. So yeah. Don't think they're necessarily gargoyles, but there's plenty of creatures that, look like inanimate objects until they start moving. We saw as much in the Durst house with that door. Don't want to outright come out and say mimic. So they're up there, so let's just be mindful that we're flanked. They're on both sides, yeah, did you say? They're lining the pass on both sides?
They are, yeah.
Okay. Let's just be careful. I'll keep Angelo up there so he'll at least give us a heads up so we're not surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that my arm is constantly in Drenic tray position.
It's not even her final form. Did she tell us about the antlers? Sorry, the bumps. The lovely lady lumps.
Did you, Cora,
Yeah.
tell them about your lumps, your bumps?
No, I kind of brushed my fringe over the top of them a little bit and pretended they weren't there.
Don't be ashamed of them. They're beautiful.
Not yet, they're not. Right now, they're zits.
I will let Cora know. I spoke to Laura last night before we bedded down. She called the rock one of her children, and given that she said for us to pay fealty to her children, I do feel that perhaps it would not be the best course for us to hunt the rock.
I'm glad
I'm
you've come to this decision.
How does that stand with you, Halvor?
I mean, I don't think. I feel like she was saying that, come see, come sa, whatever will be, will be. But
He speaks Ralanese. We never knew.
but if that's the way you both feel, then if I'm outvoted, then so be it. I'm more concerned with thunder. You know what? Maybe we should fight a big beast. But the main reason we're here is for the Amber Temple, and I don't think we should forget it.
Yeah, perhaps we shouldn't chance losing one of our number to a rock when we've got greater things. Maybe see if we've got more answers on the way back. But I agree with what you're saying, however. I don't think she would be angered by us hunting it. Imagine she sees it all part of the circle of things. Life and death and predators being hunted. It's not like we're doing it for sport. We're doing it for a reason. I got an error then saying I lack permission to do something.
Ditto.
Are you on it, though?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I can move it.
So they tracked the path.
What happened with the wolf meat that Sir Eric had carved up?
He had it in his pouch.
Okay. Was there quite a lot of meat? Had he carved up the full wolf?
It maybe would have come to about another 15 rations.
Okay. Good to know. I will. I'll mention it and I'll store it in the bag of holding because it will keep presumably in the bag of holding.
Yeah. I will up the bag of holding by another 15 then.
I will remember that they are meat, just in case we want to, bait any carnivores.
Okay. So, what are we doing, folks?
Moving.
Yeah, moving.
Is this narrow enough that we cannot go to abreast?
At points you could, there are parts where you can. As you can see, it gets thinner and wider. But yeah, and it's most narrow, like where you are now. It is 5 foot. I mean, we're not talking in the movies. Got your back to the wall, shimmying along, sort of narrow at any point. It is all walking.
Okay. Well, then we continue in the kind of same basic order that we described.
And yeah, your shield light does illuminate up the cliff. Oh, what the hell? Jesus. Someone clicked. Thank you very much, Kelly, for subscribing and making me shit my pants. I had to turn the volume down of that. So as you cast the light up from your shield, you do see dragon statues, kind of like smaller versions of the big thing outside Argynvostholt, just stood there, looking down.
Can I just say, DM, that it is presumably completely by chance, but the shadow cast on those tokens, the way they are, looks so looming and so cool.
Yeah. Move all the NPCs over as well.
Keep an eye on those things, guys. I don't. I'm sure it's fine, but if we see any movement, then that could be a problem.
Yeah, they don't look like they were part of the initial map. It looks like the DM has added tokens.
Speaking of which, where do you think he got them? Because someone was asking me about the demon statues.
Put your light source on and I'll try and tell you. Ooh.
Peter. Oh no, that's someone different. David North.
David North, I was
David
going to
North,
say,
interesting.
yeah, not like anybody I know.
I'm gonna say Peter North. Then. Yeah, but it was assets by Danny D. As you are continuing, everyone make me a perception check.
Including Angelo?
Yes. Halvor. Bartandalus.
No, that was Angelo, the first one. I was the second one.
Halvor. Bartandalus, and a moment later relayed to you emotionally by Angelo.
Huh.
You see this statue's head just and turn slightly.
Brace yourselves, everyone. I definitely saw movement. That one up there.
Yeah.
Stay in battle positions and stay close to one another.
The wings crack and shift slightly, and the head of it turns down, facing directly towards you, Halvor. And it gives a cry. This horrible, artificial noise. And as it makes it, you hear multiple other cries issuing from around the cliff. And can everyone please roll me initiative?
Oh
And as of the latest update, you can do that from your character sheet. Except not when there's no combat.
No, not yet. Give me a second.
Oh god, I'm so ready.
Is it just dexterity check for initiative? Just for Angelo.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Esmeralda is first. She had a couple of combats where she wasn't first, didn't she? But that's clearly all over. She is going to draw her weapons and start moving up the cliff. And she is going to... She just reaches out... Oh, no, it's... Oh, let me double check something. Before she draws her weapons, she throws a stone. And before it leaves her hand, she shouts, "Lumos Maxi!" And she will throw, just in case anything goes down. A stone with light on up there, in case Halvor's shield goes out. And then she will ready both her weapons. Halvor, you're up. What do?
Jesus, there is hella pulse on that light.
I know, it's the slowest effect as well. Oh no, it's
Can you move Caspin to me?
intensity.
Or, yeah, closer to me.
Caspin would have been in order. Here we go.
Tap.
I had said Sir was at the front, but is he an archer? Is that his thing?
He is. He has a sword on him still, but he's been
Fair enough.
carries a bow, has a well stocked quiver of all the arrows Cora keeps forgetting to research.
Yeah.
I am just gonna shield up and dodge action.
Okay.
I'm staying with my comrades to protect them.
The first statue leaps down, kind of trying to sort of strafe around you, and lands with a heavy crash here. And it is going to make some moves on Halvor. Combat
I
music.
can't believe I didn't say I was going to hold my action. What a stupid man I am.
Is the combat music quite quiet for you all?
No? Fine for me.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Let's have a look. Yes, it drops down and it is going to... It leans back and lunges forward, both of its hands of claw like just digging into the floor, and a gout of white frost erupts out, taking firmly and only Halvor.
Oh, it went for me.
What, sorry?
It went for me.
It did. Let's have a look. If you're taking the dodge action, how does that affect you making a saving throw?
I do not think it does.
No.
Okay. Can you make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw then, please, Halvor?
Wow.
Can't say.
Ease piece. Why can't I half that?
What?
Holy
Taking the
shit.
piss?
You take half of that. Don't know why it hasn't done it to you, but can you please apply 19 damage to yourself? That's all it's going to do. Angelo needs to get added to the initiative I saw. Angelo, you are initialized. Oh, choose what will happen with this template. Oh!
Oh, did I click something?
No, when I moved off the turn, I don't know why it's asking Halvor though. At the end of its turn, it asks if it wants me to clear the template off. The cone attack it did. I very much like that.
That's good.
Let's have a look here. We also have. I don't like how that works. Oh, I've forgotten to do something there. These all have. Yes, that is sufficient. You hear a heavy beat of stone wings, and with a crash, another one drops down in front of you, Halvor. And with a cry, is going to attack you. Disadvantageously. Oh, 3 big misses. Has the music stopped altogether for you?
No.
Not quite now, but I can still hear it. If I turn up my playlist, is there?
Oh, it's louder.
Yeah, I've ramped it back up. That is the end of that turn. Cora, it's you.
So I'm gonna do a swoop by from Norris to give me advantage. I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on the one that attacked Halvor first with the frostiness.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Cool. So I'm going to attack that first one first.
Yeah. Hits.
Nice. And I'm going to attack him again. Hit him.
Yep, hits.
Yeah, I can see where it says hits now.
I don't know why it's not doing it, but also 2d6 for Hunter's Mark, which didn't roll.
Should that have been for both?
One for each attack.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I've applied that.
Maybe you want to break the horde.
Yes, I do want to break the horde, so I'm also going to attack the one that's next to him.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, let me change my target. 1 second. Oh, it's in it.
Oh, that stuck on an 18 for me and then just toppled back.
Gutted.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really get past these guys, so I'm kind of just going to be dodging around and trying to get an idea of what else is going on. Keep an eye on the other ones ahead.
Okay. Caspin calls it.
I want to back over towards Esmeralda.
Oh, why isn't Sarah? Oh, Sarah is on the thing. Yeah, you want him to back up. Okay.
Towards Esmeralda, yeah. Because if
Yep.
these cone attacks can wipe us out, then I want to make sure he's not there.
Okay, he does so.
I don't know. I mean, you control him, I guess, in
Yeah.
general. So
Yeah,
you
so
decide what you think he would do.
He'd be backed up to where he's going to take the dodge action.
Cool.
Another heavy set of wing beats. Again. So it's laying into In fact, as it lands, this one erupts with Vaconal breath.
Oh.
Blasting straight into Halvor and the one that is stood behind it.
Does that catch me?
It does not, according to the template.
It's fine by me.
If you've got us targeted, if you just roll damage, it should prompt a save. Assuming it is set up. Oh dear.
Yeah, just a the set settles onto you, and you just feel the ice setting, just hardening on your what's left of your beard. So it's been a while now. Your beard would be growing back in, wouldn't it? You feel those furs, those winter clothes, just stiffening already with frost. Yeah, its eyes are just fixated on you. Sir Eric, next. Delete the template. Yes, delete the template. So Eric is going to step back. As he does, you see both gargoyles. They don't even look in his direction. They remain entirely focused on Halvor, and Sir Eric, possibly oblivious to what just happened, withdraws a bit, and then quickly readies up his bow and fires. and misses. Next up is Angelo.
Okay. Angelo. I'm going to see whether it works. He's going to kind of like fly, not directly past it, but like nearby. Oh, I can't. Oh, there's a wall there, 1 minute. He's kind of flying over that wall.
Yep.
And then, kind of like half his movement, I'm going to then use his action to increase his brightness.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Move up there. It's kind of like screeching away, and then we'll see. Apologies in advance. I'm going to use my action to extinguish the light on Halvor's shield.
Okay, so what, you want him basically above and brighter and then put the shield out?
Yes, because I think they're attacking Halvor because he's got the light source on him.
Okay, so your action on your turn is going to be to extinguish your...
Yeah, sorry, yeah, so that's Angelo's go, him getting there,
Yeah.
then it's my
What's
turn,
the
sorry.
max he can put his light to again?
It puts it to brighter. 1 minute. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Illumination, amplify. Its innate glow radiating to blue power from itself that bright sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet. So it would I think that one next to me would be in bright light, and then it's dim light from there on.
Yep. So I've applied back to Angela.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And that's his go. Do they react? Well, I suppose they're kind of fully in bright light anyway.
Yeah.
And then
no change in my behaviour so far.
yeah. So that's Angelo's go. And then, there's something before me.
There is, I'm afraid. You just hear a and a crash down over here as another one comes barreling over. And then you hear a cry from Ez as this one lands like clinging down on the wall. This one is looking directly at Caspin. Now it is Bartandalis' turn. So your action was to kill your light on Halvor.
Yeah.
So that is Halvor toggled. Oh, I can't. Why can't I toggle Halvor's light anymore? It's because I fiddled with it. Let's have... I can't even select Halvor. Oh, there we go. I can again now. Halvor's light emit is down to 0. Okay. The behaviour of the statues does not appear to change.
Okay.
Any bonus from you?
No.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Esmeralda.
And I'll shout out, sorry. I think they're attracted to the light. And then explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Esmeralda puts herself between Caspin and the statue. It's basically out of her range up the wall, so she is instead going to cast Firebolt at it.
Fireball.
Which hits. Okay. He's like, we have another one back here! Halvor, hit you.
I am.
And Corey, you're soonish.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with a surge of adrenaline. And I will first of all attack the one that landed first. So the one that's currently behind me and Bartender loose.
Yep.
Am I okay? Yes.
I don't know.
Oof. Oof. I was not feeling great. He misses twice, and that is it.
That's all he's doing. Okay. Next up. The one that you just attacked responds with violence.
I may have been wrong.
Oh, I heard Thomas moving upstairs.
Tell him you'll respond with violence.
22 hits. Has spell not automatically halved it? Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Should do.
Yeah, it has. Oh. Crits.
Oh
The
my.
second bite goes in. The second claw goes very, very hard across you.
I am going to use my reaction
Yep.
to Uncanny Dodge, which would be 12 points back, I will add.
Yep.
No, wait. How much did it actually hit me for?
It ended up doing 11 to you.
Okay, I will restore
Down
6.
from 23.
Is there any way for us to see each other's hit points?
Remind me, there is definitely. I can put that on bars for you all to see, but it's not a quick fix now. It's a bit of fiddling on all the actors.
Okay.
Yeah, put it in the channel, and I will do it before next week. Because I think that's something that, even with his increased permissions, Halvor cannot do. Okay, so you've given yourself some health back from that, have you?
Yep.
Okay. The next one. Does the same. Just starts laying into Halvor. That, it forgoes damage, but you see that both of these large stone clawed hands, one grabs him on each shoulder and digs in tight. And you see the wings begin to buffet and beat heavily. Cora, you're up.
I think I'm just going to do exactly the same as I did last time. So swoop past and fire on that one that I fired on first last time because that's got Hunter's Mark on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that was supposed to be with advantage. Can I roll again?
Yep.
So that one hit. So damage. Cool. I'm attacking him again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold break
You're
the
gonna
other
break
dude.
the horde. Yep.
God, that one just does not want to be hit by me. I
Oh, yeah, you
tried,
missed your shift the
Halvor.
last turn, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly the same. All right, that's me done.
DM,
Yeah.
with like the cone of cold and stuff that they are doing, are they considered spells?
No.
Okay. They're just like innate abilities, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
Caspin is going to fumble in his backpack and bring out one of his handful of crossbow bolts. With the little crossbow he was given. He is going to get ready to load that up, and next turn he will be shooting his crossbow. For this turn he will continue with dodge. One of the other statues on Halvor. Also forgoes damage and adds its own strength to the grapple. It is then going to... Oh no, it has to be next turn. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's going to grab, and when he's grabbed, it's going to also then make a bite, which misses. So Eric will draw closer over to Caspin and will go again with his bow, attempting to shoot the one that has taken most of the attention so far. This time hitting. What's Angelo doing?
Angelo is going to... some reason my foundry's crashing. I can't select anything in there. 1 second. I can't select my tokens. How weird.
I can move them while it's reloading if you want.
I can't even select Bart Handless, which is weird.
Is that from a template that's appeared? Is that because you're in template mode? Or is that someone else testing something?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm in template mode, close, yeah. Oh, yeah, because now I can hover over Halvor and it shows me his health. I wondered why I couldn't do it before. It's because I was in template mode. Dick end. Okay, I am going to, with our boy. Do you know what? Fuck it. Not used it yet. Let's go for a spiky tail boy.
You have done it once, haven't you?
Nope.
Yeah, you did it to... You did it to something, and it was the effect of, like, chilling touch.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a corpse flower? Yeah, if it was a corpse
Yeah,
flower, it
it was
stopped it from
a
getting a
corpse
load of health back off eating Buddy Odo.
Yeah, so is this one that's near him not been attacked yet?
Which one, sorry?
The one that's near Angelo?
This is the only one. Sorry, this is the only one that has taken damage so far.
Oh, the one in the middle near Angelo? That's the one that's taking damage?
No, the one that I'm pinging right next to you. The one directly above you. The one directly above you is the only one taking damage.
Okay. Then, that one actually hasn't moved this turn, so it's about to, innit? Right, okay, yeah, I will have him do his spell sting. You want me to make a bite attack on it first, though, yeah?
What, on the one that's just next to, the one that's just below and to the left of Angelo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes, you got to land, got to land an attack, and then we just call it.
Okay. Well, I'll just have to roll it.
That does not hit.
Boo! Okay.
Remember, it doesn't use for charge, though. The charge is only on a successful injection.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Then it's kind of like just flapping around him, because obviously it needs to be next to him now to make the attack.
Yeah.
So it'll stay adjacent.
Okay.
R.I.P. Angelo!
Bartenders, you're coming up soon. The statue with sort of Angelo fluttering down, sort of biting away, trying to get some sort of like teeth or stinger purchase on it, just continues moving away. Just sort of clambering on all fours. Go for it.
Come on, Angelo, do us proud.
Does not do you proud. Comes just on this large lope and crawl forward with the wings beaten straight past you, Cora. Comes round next to you, Bartandalus, and then just turns to where Halvor's getting overwhelmed and is going to lend what? A bad round. You're just starting to see Halvor disappear, just surrounded by these large statues now, just with cries and these horrible, like, these groaning of, like, stone plate noises they make. Heavy stone wings just buffeting back and flapping away. Halvor is vanishing from sight. This one comes crawling down from its position perched on the side, and it gets right up in Caspen's face, and you see it leaning towards him. You see the cold start to, like, the cold smoke just start to form and hang at the edge of the mouth. And it then turns and continues moving towards Halvor. Esmeralda swipes out at it. Choose to make an attack opportunity on it. One second, folks. My son is not asleep in here. Hello. Okay, I'd like to have a bath. Water. It's on there. In the middle room. Go to the toilet, and I'll be back up in just over 5 minutes. D&D's about to finish.
I already went.
Okay, we'll have a drink and head up, and I'll be up in the next 5 minutes. Esmeralda's attack is successful. And does... Oh, she rolled a 1, so it does 8 damage. Bartandalus, you're up. What do?
I am going to... How many have got hold of him?
3.
3. Okay. I am going to cast haste. Not haste. Slow. I think, because I don't think that does. Checking. Celestials, elemental fiends, and undead. Okay.
With a character like yours, there needs to be a search bar, doesn't there?
No, it wasn't that. I just realised, maybe I should do protection from evil and good. But if these
I mean, for me, looking at the same page, going, "Fuck you know, where's slow?"
Yeah, it's my 3rd level one. I didn't roll high enough to know what kind of creature types gargoyles are, did I?
No, not at all.
Okay. Then, by all means, they could be constructs, so I'm not going to go for it. Okay, I'm going to cast slow.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a minute. Huh, interesting. Now
Now this is interesting, Nick, because it's in a range, but you then choose. But I imagine the template's just going to try and do everyone.
Yeah, and then I had to move the map. Oh, there we go. I've got it back. Yeah, so it's going to try and target me and Halvor, and it shouldn't. It should just target just the gargoyles.
Yeah.
So it's requested that I can just close the pop up, and I don't have to roll a test, I guess. It's just popped up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll close it. Joe, it's not going to put the effect of the spell on, so you may as well just roll it. And then if you both get it, we just ignore it.
Okay, well, I'll do it with advantage to make sure I pass. Oh my god, did they all fucking pass?
1 failed.
That was worth it. Didn't happen to be one of the ones that were grabbing hold of him, did it?
I don't think... I'm trying to work out how you can tell.
Well, it should have a status effect to put onto it, hasn't it?
look
No,
like any of them
I think so
have.
by default.
Excellent.
Well, 1, 2. Go with the second one with North order. We'll go with one that's above. So yes, one of the ones that was grabbing him is slowed. So let's have a look. That's -2 AC. This is concentration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm going to be cancelling the fucking concentration on this next round. just honing in on that one dude.
So -2 AC and Excentrious and can't use reaction. It can either use an action or a bonus action, not both, and it can't make more than one attack. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that's done. Anything else from you?
No, I'm going to stay here.
Should we get one more round in?
Oh, sorry. Can I hold my bonus action for when they start trying to fly up with him? I'm going to use Misty Step to bamf above him and then kind of like land on top of him to try and bring him back down.
Okay. Yeah. Have you all got time for one more round?
Do one more.
One more?
Sure.
Okay. Top of round. Wow, don't sound so excited for it, Lindsay.
Sure.
Positively gushing. Right. So the one that Ez lashed out at, she kind of just looks a bit confused for a second, and then stay with you, stay with Eric. She calls out to Caspin as she moves over to carry on attacking the one that she just swung at, and she's going to make her full complement of attacks on this. Oh no, Sir Eric, I targeted the wrong person. That would have hit. Let me roll the damage. It might actually do the damage to Eric, in which case I'll need to redo it. No, Eric, you are not wounded. Oh, Jesus. Just gave Eric 1,369 health. Right, now targeting the right thing, she will axe him a question. Cut. What the hell? It's changing it. Again, I fixed that on this. Let me quickly check the details of hand axe. Oh, I know why. I fixed it on the scene last time, didn't I? Not the actor. That's why. So that should now be fixed. If I roll it one more time, it should no longer attack Cora. Yeah, there we go. Well, do you know what? If we can hit with a 21, so I'm rolling the damage anyway. Hits, and then just make sure before I roll it that Rapier is the same. No, Rapier was also a problem, so that is now fixed as well. She does a last roll of the Rapier against the statue, which also hits. Rolls damage. Good. Okay, Halvor, you are up. You are grappled by 3 creatures.
I am just going to continue trying to at least get one of them killed and attack the same one again.
Okay.
I, again, for a second round, do literally nothing.
Do all 3 miss? Oh, no. That's like both miss. Like one.
Only get 2 attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, no, that's it.
Call upon me.
That's all from you then. The first of the statues attempts to begin to fly up. So these 2 together. Ah, no, one of those is the slowed one, so its movement is halved. Right. The movement is halved, isn't it, with slow?
Sure, why
So
not?
Halvor... Is that not part of it?
Yes, speed's half.
So that means, with it already being half due to grappling someone, Halvor is lifted up a mighty 7 feet off the ground. Do you bamf immediately?
No.
Just yeah, he's a foot off the ground.
Once it gets 15 feet, then I'll bamf.
Yeah. Now this one actually gets to make an attack. The other one doesn't because it can choose one or the other, and it's chosen to move. But this one gets to make an attack, which misses. Okay, so he has finished his turn. He chose to move, and he's slow, so doesn't get to attack. Cora, you're up.
I think I'm going to try and do something clever, which is not very much like me, but I'm going to try. I was thinking about trying to use flame arrows and aiming them away from where we are and see if we can encourage them to move away from Halvor. So how do I do that, Halvor?
Also, I just got a ping, and it was on Foundry, and it was a post about you.
Yep, my pack came up.
Foundry. Yeah. Go on, Cora.
Hang on a sec.
While they're checking that, what was the link to your Patreon again? That Atropos, the developer of Foundry, has just made an announcement about.
www.patreon.com/themadcartographer.
Ah, cool.
Is that the one you mean?
I think it was, yeah.
Where you can get a new Patreon exclusive Foundry VTT map pack every month.
What does MAD stand for again? Hovers around 200 patrons.
So mad. The mad stands for nothing anymore, and he's just mad.
So it turns out I actually can't do that because I think Halvor may have removed the flame arrows spell. So that was a good idea for me.
Okay.
So I'm going
So
to
what
be
are you gonna do
boring
instead?
again and just do what I was always going to do. So I'm going to attack the same one that I attacked last time. Swoop by.
My son is doing the low effort, half-arsed. So, mate, this isn't Resi 2. That's what I meant to do. I meant to actually give Caspin a crossbow item.
I'm going to hold breaker a different one this time because I keep missing the one on the other side of Halvor.
Okay, I really hope it misses now, because then you'll know that if you'd done the other one, it would have hit.
No, that's not true. See, it was all because I went closer
All because a ranger loves milk tray.
and killing things. Cool. Well, that's me done because I'm not moving away from this thing. 'Cause it's going to attack me. So
Caspin sort of edges around Ez with this loading this crossbow with all of the clumsiness of someone who has never fired a crossbow properly. Terrific, Caspin. And he
Excuse Halvor.
he closes his eyes as he fires it, and
Yes! You should get like a point in a level in ranger all of a sudden. He's like a natural. We didn't know that he was actually a ranger.
yeah, he hits it. Holy
He wasn't
shit.
closing his eye. He was closing one eye. He was aiming. He knew. He's a natural.
Did he just crit it for 2? Is that right?
Thinks he's not proficient.
Oh.
But you don't have proficiency for damage,
Yeah,
but
it's just default damage. Should be like 1d something.
Let's have a look. It's got in here that it thinks the damage of it should be 1d8 plus mod, and because he's just like a citizen, his mod is nothing. So I think he rolled a 2. If he rolled a 1, doubled to a 2. Let me have a look. Where's the
what?
2d8?
If you click it, does it
He
expand?
rolled. Yeah, I'm going to now. You got 2d8 minus 1, which was a 1 and a 2. He rolled.
Oh, wow.
Wow!
That crossbow sucks.
Wow, okay. That was so cool to get a crit, but it was the single worst crit that ever existed.
he looks down at this shoddy workmanship, and he knows that the crossbows he's used back home, that he was taken out with his father on hunting
Yes.
hunting trips. Like, this is pathetic.
I've seen much better crossbows than this used in my presence. And then this one will begin to attempt to fly up and pull. In fact, it would have been up as well, actually, so it would have moved up a little bit more. So it will try and pull him higher. It's difficult when multiple things are grabbing someone and have different moves in the order. So it will try and pull him higher than the other two. Halvor rises to... Halvor goes up and is now just over 15 foot.
Did you say, are they all basically trying to grab him and rise up with him at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's now about 15 foot Bartandalis, if that affects.
No, I've set up there. I'm going to wait till they've all flown up with him.
Oh, okay. So currently 1, 2, 3 are airborne with him.
Yeah. And I'm presuming when they move high, the rest are just kind of like being carried with it, basically.
Yeah.
So they're all going up at the same height.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Eric is going to shoot at that one again. I believe. Oh no, it hits. Oh, nice. It is you soon, Bartandalis.
Okay.
And Angelo first, actually.
Sorry, how high are they moving at one time?
Well, they have obviously their flight speed, which is half because they're grappling, and now they're limited to the fact that one of them is halved again at the moment.
Okay, so they're at 15 feet.
Currently they're all around 15 feet, yeah.
So they're moving up how much per round now? Per each one's turn?
It will change if the slow changes. At the moment, they're going to be moving up at just under 10 foot per round.
Just under 10 foot per round?
Yeah.
Well, okay, right, okay. So basically I'm saying, if I'm waiting for these to all move, they're not going to go out of the range of my spell, which is 30 feet.
Oh, no.
Okay, because they've just gone from 7 to 15, haven't they? So I was like, are they doing that on each one? They're going up another 7 feet, but that's fine.
No. So Angelo's turn?
Okay, he's going to fly over to one of the ones that's carrying Halvor and try and spell spike it.
Okay. You tried to cheese 2 and you missed both.
Oh, I didn't even know I had any of them selected.
Yes, unfortunately, it does not manage to land.
Okay, I don't know how I... Oh, it's because I'm thingy mode again. There we go.
Because you're always in it when you're doing maps now. It's like it's your default thing to complete it.
Okay, and then he's gonna kind of like move with them.
Okay. 2 statues left to attack. This one is not grappling Halvor. Flies up. Moves technically out of 5 foot away from both Bartandalis and Cora, although it is upwards if either of you wish to act.
I can't because I'm holding my reaction to... Oh no, it's a bonus action, so yes I can. Oh no, is holding an action, does it become a reaction? No, it doesn't.
So yeah,
I would like to fire at it, please.
Yeah, both of you are able to attack the one that is
below Halvor.
Yeah, the one south of Halvor.
Ooh. Just let me check something. Yeah, I cast spell at the creature. Okay, sorry. I just had to see because I've got Warcaster, so I can cast a spell, can't I? But I wanted to make sure that I couldn't. It was a spell that only targets that creature, is what I was double checking. So I will cast Fucking hell. I'll just go with Word of Radiance. So targeted. No, sorry, not Word of Radiance. Sacred Flame.
Let me get the menu ready just in case. In case it
For
hits.
Sacred
Yeah, in case Sacred Flame hits.
Flame.
It'll be an event.
Oh, right.
Let's have a look. So if you click damage with it targeted, then it should force per save.
Okay. Bear with it. Oh, it's blocked out now. What the fuck's going on? It won't let me click it. Let me try and cast it again.
Cora's regretting that last round.
There we go.
It's saved. Fucking hell. Do you hear that? But it misses. It goes off several feet below it. And Cora, you've attacked, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, okay. So it goes up, and this one is going to attack and attempt to join the grapple. Which it does so successfully. And then it will bite.
No, it can't. It can't do both. It can only take. Oh no! Fucking spell.
No. This is the one that. Sorry,
Yeah.
the one to the north is the one that can't do both.
Yeah.
That's why the movement was so limited before. Let's have a look. Okay. And then next
Did I take 7 damage?
You took 6.
I will uncanny dodge for an extra 3 back.
Okay. You apply it?
Hmm?
You're going to apply it yourself for me?
Mm-hmm, yes.
And then the one that had inspected Caspin and then had happily taken some punishment from Ez while giving it a second thought, joins the fray and flies up. So that goes out of range from Cora and Ez, but Cora's already used her reaction, so she can't make a second attack opportunity. But Esmeralda certainly can. Well, it was a 2. And that one is going to... Halvor, you are just up in the air. This flies up. This is going to bite out at you and then attempt to join the grapple town.
So have they moved up slightly, all these ones, as they're grabbing with their movement?
No, they're just grabbing on. They've used their movement to get up to them. Next turn is the turn where they're going to start ascending without impediment. And it has one more claw attack, which also misses. Okay, so that one is up there but isn't doing anything so far. So Halvor, you are just surrounded, all sides, above and below as well. These things are just grabbing onto you. Teeth, mouths are clenching down around you. The last go tonight.
So as my bonus action before it's my turn, is to bamf on top of Halvor, because I was waiting for the last one to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the trigger. So I bamf up and land on top of Halvor to see if it will break their grasp, see if he will fall.
The added weight of having you on there would not cause them all to buckle. There are a number of creatures. What's your weight? Halvor's weight will be different. If you remain there, your presence will grant him advantage on breaking the grapples when he next goes to, given that there's now pretty much... You're basically going to be assisting him on getting out of grapples.
Okay. My character's weight, I don't know, he's probably like... I think he's probably like 80... I don't know. 80 kilograms or something. He's got his armor on, but then I'm carrying like 100 pounds of weight as well. So I'm probably like closer to 200 pounds.
Yeah, I would say with their combined strength scores, they are good for just airborne capacity carrying weight, but you will definitely have a significant impact on an attempts to get out.
Okay, so I'm basically on top of Halvor holding him. I'm kind of like with them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
And you're going
then...
to cast fly and go, no. Okay, what's your action going to be? That was your bonus get up there?
Well, no, my bonus action, that was my held bonus action from my previous...
Yeah.
So I'm going to say to Halvor, as we're kind of like going up, I'm like, I don't know what we do. It might be extreme, but... And I kind of like reach in, kind of like touch my holy symbol and kind of like a slight, small burning fireball appears around me. You and me go down with them, brother.
I don't think anything happens. I don't think Halvor will be able to really speak. He's got 5 guys grabbing him and Bodhandless is standing on his face, so...
I'll kind of like look at him. Is he like not? He's like, "Argh!"
Yeah,
if I can see, okay, if I can see that he's struggling, I'm like, "Argh!" And then as my action, then I will reach into my components pouch, and I will pull out copper wire, and I will cast message, and it will be as plain as day in his head. I say, when we get higher, do you want me to fireball us all?
If you think it'll help!
You don't need to shout it, you can just message it. Oh, no, you can whisper. You have to whisper it as well, don't you? Yeah. And then I hear it in my head. I hear it in my head, even though he's shouting it as well. If you think it'll help. Okay? And that's my turn.
Okay. Well, that is interesting. That is an interesting, a bold strategy.
I was hoping that we might fall. So we will see. If we fall, then I will try and do it beforehand.
Well, these guys are made of stone, so...
I mean, I don't know how else we're going to get you free of 5 gargoyle things.
Well,
I've got one
Halvor getting dragged up. Oh, sorry, Cora, go on.
I was going to say I've got one word for you, and it's owls.
The owls are coming. The owls are coming.
Where bears don't work, owls do. I need owl bears.
Well, tell me you know
What, that they're a real thing?
that they're a D&D thing.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, cool. It would have been too good if you actually hadn't. I could have said, "Hey, look, I know you said that thing, Cora, so I paid an artist. I got this made just for you." So yeah, Halvor dragged up into the sky, being assaulted by many, not gargoyles, dragon statues. Remember?
Sure.
Yeah, and the last thing Halvor hears after the offer from Barthandelus before we cut for the week is a rumble of thunder. And we're going to end the session there. Thank you very much, everyone.
I was expecting it to be a really minor encounter, hence I didn't get the owls out sooner. I should have just gone straight in with owls. Who knew?
So this is the thing where, like, if it was a movie, like at the end of the campaign where we've won, and like there's all the lush forestry growing back over Barovia as we've got rid of the plague, you just see like a swarm of giant owls flying in the distance that are just happening. And then these bears, woo!
And one dolphin.
Yeah, on its own. Oh, there you go.
Right. Excellent. You want to say goodbye to our viewers?
Goodbye, viewers.
Got a sub tonight. Very,
I heard.
very nice. Yeah, everyone heard.
Thank you, Kelly, for your sub.
Thanks, Kelly.
I'll message you on Facebook in a minute, Kelly. It has been far too long. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. See you all next week.
www.patreon.com/thecapsule.
Then.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Oh, I've got to hydrate Char Toxic right at the end. The last thing I did in my stream was hydrate. Goodbye.